as opposed to the playoff spot.
Yeah. And we're actually going to jump right into the picks and bans for this next match. We're not going to waste any time. Cloud9 versus Virtus.Pro. This is a do-or-die situation for these teams. We're going to jump into the pick and ban phase. These 9 class icons on the screen represent the 9 unique decks that these guys have brought to the tournament. We're now going to the bans, where each team will ban 2 decks away from their opponents. And Warrior banned away from Cloud9. Shaman banned away from Virtus.Pro. No surprise.
Yep. So it looks like Warrior will be up for Virtus.Pro, so that'll be the first time we get to see Warrior today. In fact, this week, I think Warrior's been banned every single time.
Yeah. Whoa, another Hunter for Virtus.Pro. I like that they're taking risks now that they're down a little bit in the standings.
Makes sense. Naaman was known as a Hunter expert a while back, and him and Dr. Hippie were the ones bringing Hunter to the Winter Championship, where both of them made the finals. So it's not surprising to see Hunter be back here. I think it's a pretty decent choice. But at the same time, what makes it cool is that another team is not just taking that strategy. They're just they have their own opinions on what's good and what's bad.
Yep. Well, we'll see how it's going to work out for him. Here's the lineup for Cloud9, Firebat, Strifecrow, and Tides of Time. These are the decks underneath them that they'll be piloting. But, of course, they'll be working together and communicating during the match, so it's not just up to the pilot. Cloud9 has actually been the team that has had a little bit of an alternative strategy in the only week that they actually took a win. Tides of Time was absent, and Firebat and Strifecrow sort of took a stance of just let the pilot play, you know? Maybe give them some reminders here and there, but for the most part, just let them do their thing.
Yeah, if they ask for advice, they'll ask, and then you can chime in. But if not, just let them do their thing. Virtus.Pro, on the other hand, they're probably a little bit more holistic with their approach and communication, but it hasn't worked out for them. But historically, in 2016, I mean, you could argue that Virtus.Pro had the best performance out of any team in Hearthstone. Just look at all 3 of those guys individually, across DreamHacks, across HCT, across other tournaments like WESG and like some of these other events. Or I apologize, not WESG, but some of the China events that happened. Like Dr. Hippie performed pretty well. There's just like they won like hundreds and thousands of dollars last year across the 3 of those players.
Yeah, and even if you just look at the Hearthstone Championship Tour, 2 players made it to the World Championship. 1 player took second in the World Championship, and Bunny Hopper was actually only one match away from qualifying for the World Championship via the Last Call Invitational.
Right.
So all 3 of them, there was a potential at the Last Call where we were talking about the realistic possibility that all 3 members of Virtus.Pro could have been at the World Championship, which would have been unprecedented. But time to jump into game number 1, Cloud9 versus Virtus.Pro. It's Firebat piloting the Mage, and also Dr. Hippie piloting the Mage.
Well, it looks like Firebat's talking, so already a little bit of change going on in Cloud9 camp. Either that or Firebat's talking to his dog at home. Yep. Well, let's go ahead and check in with what's happening here. Mage versus Mage, but looks like there's 2 babbling books, implying that it is Tempo Mage for Virtus.Pro. And I like it. After a long series of games, I'd like a little bit of fireworks. What's interesting to me is that Firebat is on Mage, not Strifecrow, because Strifecrow's favorite class is Mage. And as Strifecrow has once told me in his words, Jaina is Bae. I'd be very surprised to see him let go of that. And instead, Firebat's the one playing Mage today.
Yeah, maybe they're just trying to throw off the scent of what kind of deck it is. But to be honest, if you ask me, hey, what type of Mage would Firebat usually play? I would not be able to answer you because I have no idea what type of Mage you would lean towards.
Well, Firebat plays statistically what is the best, and he does the spreadsheets. I mean, prior to people using the Data Reaper as their primary statistics tool, Firebat created essentially what was the first versions of spreadsheets that we had in Hearthstone, along with a few other of his practice partners like Purple. And, actually, funny enough, Amnesiac was part of that group too prior to him breaking out as a performance
a performance artist?
Performance artist. Yeah. Before he had his breakout performance. Before he became the performance artist known as Young Savage on Twitter. So Firebat, when you look at him play a Mage, you should just expect that he'll play whatever is best. And I think Reno Mage is statistically the best.
Yeah, statistically the best. On Trinity Series, however, statistically the best would be Temple Mage.
Right. That's true. And maybe that should be a cause concern. But with Manic Soulcaster and Doomsayer, it's 99.9% sure that it's Reno Mage.
Cloud9 is actually curving out with minions, which is pretty important if you can get the lead early on as the Reno Mage against Tempo Mage because you're forcing them to remove. You do have to be wary of that big turn where the Mage is able to not only remove your minion, but also build up their own board, whether it be Firelance, Portal, Mana Worm plus something, Flame Waker plus cheap spells. So, but, you know, not really much choice. Also, something to keep in mind as we move through this matchup, Virtus.Pro has been so close to winning some of their matches recently. Last week, they had a full 11-game set against Alliance, where Alliance was able to reverse sweep after being down 3-0 with Reno Warlock. And a lot of things happen with Virtus.Pro. Crazy mind control tech steals, the blunder from Naaman with the Flame Imp attack and after the Soulfire, which, you know, didn't throw the game 100%, but definitely didn't help. So, you know, they've had some rough times. Let's go and listen in to Virtus.Pro, see how spirits are this week.
Okay, why not?
No, no. So play the Babbling Book, and yeah, let's see what's gonna go. So probably just Babbling Book and ping.
You want to cast a spell? I want to cast a spell.
Not the best spells.
Yeah, the best freeze mage. So probably just ping 3-1.
Pink and go face.
Yeah, seems like go face with Blizzard and Flame Strike.
Alright, I want to play Azure Drake and punch him in the face. Other options
I like
are like
trading,
ping,
because-
ice block.
I do like trading because here you're a more like you're playing the
I like trading
control
as well.
role, and yeah. I
He's
like
gonna
that.
outburn us, right?
Yeah,
What
yeah.
does trading play around?
It's just
Fireball.
that you do one less.
Fire.
Yeah, it plays around that, and also like you can trade it the Warmantle and then trade Warmantle into a bigger minion, and you're trading into 3/5.
Let's see what we drop
3/6,
as Zojak first, I
things like
guess.
that. But also, you're doing more. You're killing it, right? It's not like was a player, and you're
We
killing
do
it,
have
so
an
it does
Alex
one less damage to you.
Mm-hmm.
That makes punching in the face.
Yeah,
even
now
worse,
now
right?
we're definitely trading.
Okay. I get behind it now. Happy little book.
Mm-hmm.
Images 4 and then Tinnitus.
I like keeping it. Just Thanos Blast.
No, just Thanos plus ping.
Alright.
Pink what early.
What to do?
Yeah, the Elemental.
What to do?
We hunger for vengeance.
Well, hello, we're back. It's just me. Dan actually left. He went home. Nope, you're muted.
I'm muted.
Yeah.
I'm right here. Right next.
They muted Dan.
How are they hearing me if they muted me?
He's invading my personal space.
I'm not even touching you, dude. Look at me, I'm not touching you. I'm actually. Let's bring over TJ's shoulder trying to talk through his microphone.
Let's go ahead and listen in to TJ and Dan as they bounce the mic.
I was going to the bathroom, dude. I thought I had a second to break. But, you know, I've been keeping along the action, too. There's screens everywhere, producers, and everyone hanging out, having a bunch of screens. Shout out to the producers of Trinity Series. They work night and day to get you all kinds of cool stuff. Really trying to work hard for the spot the lethals. Those take about an hour per play just to set up correctly.
Yeah, they're pretty intense,
Yeah.
but we love them.
That's quite a discount. You got the coin, you got some cheap spells, free spells even with Archmage and Tinnitus. So this is the kind of stuff that you're looking for with an Emperor discount. Let's check in with Cloud9 and see how things are in their camp.
A Frostbolt here, so you can squeeze in an extra
Well, I want to play.
ice block.
We don't need the ice block. I was going to Frostbolt and just drop Courier or drop Brand, one of the two. I like trying to get Courier, trying to find some single target removal for this Archmage.
I really like saving Brand Courier together right now because His tempo mages nowadays are running really greedy curves. Like, there's a lot of big threats that you have to deal with throughout the game. And you have a torch for removal, too.
Oh, we gotta either use the torch or the frostbolt, man. And
Yeah. I like
really don't like
frostbolting
hanging
on ice
a
block.
boatload of mana,
Okay.
dude.
Yeah.
Alright, we go. Yeah, best of both worlds. Now we're doing both our lines at the same time.
Sure. Well, I wouldn't float mana, right, with my plays, so I don't see count.
I consider Ice Block at 26 kind of a float.
Mm-hmm.
Because we're not really using, like, it does nothing for a lot of turns, and he knows it's Ice Block, so it's like,
yeah.
Gonna be late. Yeah, I like it.
And some cheap spell from Torndos.
Mm-hmm.
Paul's minions with the fireball.
There we go, hand.
Yeah.
We definitely get giggity.
Yeah. Anytime. Yeah.
Let's go Caldera Drake.
Yeah, I was about to say.
Get Twilight Whelp out there. Hell yeah.
2/5.
Boom. 1 mana 2/5. Get a twofer.
Well, Cloud9 put on the pressure with the Reno lock. They're rolling into an Alex Ross turn with a board, which is definitely a scary thing. Do have a Flame Strike available, but do they feel pressured enough to have to do that, or do they want to try and maybe... I don't know, Barnes isn't even going to pull anything good. They can get Flame Waker, but I think that brand is too threatening.
The Caldera Drake's pretty interesting to me. I wonder if that'll end up being coming into a play here at all, but most likely not. I like Flame Strike because it's very clean. It answers, what the board in a very nice way. Flame Strike's not actually a very good card against Reno Mage in general because they're used to playing like one minion at a time. So if they're playing Alexstrasza, Antonitis, or Ragnaros, like Flame Strike's not going to do much. Even like Water Elemental and stuff.
Sure, yeah. They've already played a lot of those early minions, so it would make sense.
Do you want to squeeze in the Sorcerer's Apprentice? I guess you don't want to give up the coin.
Yeah, I also think that the Sorcerer's Apprentice is going to have a lot of value with like reduce Emperor, reduce spells, and things like that. So,
that's true.
We'll definitely have to see, but I can imagine this is going to be a pretty easy Alex turn for Cloud9. Empty board, no secrets, no nothing up for Virtus.Pro. Not that they would have secrets, but this is probably going to be the best it gets.
I wonder if Cloud9 is even aware that this is Tempo Mage completely, because I think they've seen one of everything so far.
They saw 2 Babbling Books.
Oh, 2 Babbling Books. You're right.
Yeah.
You're right. So that they did eliminate a possibility.
Yeah. Which out of all the cards that you could possibly put 2 of in Reno Mage, Babbling Book would probably be the one that you'd, well, maybe not the least, but definitely not one that you'd think of.
This is going to be a ton of fireballs, by the way. 4 fireballs coming right up.
Yeah, but the thing is, Cloud9 actually has a lethal amount of damage over the course of 2 turns. So next turn, if they just go Fireball, Forgotten Torch, Ice Block, then Firelands Portal, Ping, the following turn would be a kill. So Cloud9 has not a checkmate situation because there is some things that can interrupt, but not many things that can interrupt it. It would have to be...
Ice Block themselves, but they played Babbling Book, so Cabal's Tome could come into play here. Let's tune into Cloud9, make sure that they don't mess this up.
If we want to kill him, it's Fireball, Forgotten Torch, Ice Block, Firelands, Portal, Ping, and he's dead.
Yeah, that's
I say, if we Flame Strike clear, he double fireballs us in the face, and then he does it again, and we're dead. So that seems suboptimal to me. So I think we just go for the lethal setup.
Yeah, you have to burn your torch for the Flame Strike.
And he already played both of his Babbling Book cards, I think.
Yeah, he's
Blizzard
played both
and
Babbling Book cards. He needs to hard run, Ice Block, and that's not been a Tempo Mage thing for a while. He's hard running Polymorph, like he's making cuts somewhere. Let's end this nonsense. And we end with Firelands Portal because we don't want to spawn, the dude that heals him. Just don't block. Don't be that guy.
1 mana blocking Emperor plus Apprentice. Got him. Good job, Team Ma.
We could have still got a tie. I did that in the wrong order.
How?
There's a 5-drop that when you hero power deals damage to your hero.
Oh, true. Priest one.
Yeah, we should have hero powered first. That's my bad.
Really?
Yeah.
I thought this was a 4-drop.
Oh shit. You might be right.
Oh,
It is a 4-drop.
Firebat. It's not many times that guy is flat out wrong, but
Yeah.
now he's caught on camera. It is true. It's Ironforge Portal that he's worried about. Ironforge Portal summons a 4-mana minion that a lot of control warriors hero power first and then play Ironforge Portal for that very reason.
Yep.
He is correct in almost every other scenario, though, if it ends up being like a 5-mana minion.
We even full screen because we knew he was going to be wrong, just so we could rub it in.
Yeah, the producers are on point, man.
Yeah.
The 4-mana slot's actually really interesting because not only is there Spawn of Shadows, but there's also the possibility of Torrent Medic.
Yeah.
And Torrent Medic heals you for 2 every time you hero power, so there's that. And then there's also Inspire minions, such as the Murloc Knight, which is still in rotation. People have forgotten about that card, but it's a 4-mana 3/4 that summons a random Murloc, which can summon itself. So it's once in a while when we saw the Control Warrior bust out the Ironforge Portal, it was pretty funny to see Murloc Knight summon a Murloc Knight and tank up. It's like, God, this is just so obnoxious.
Yeah. But as we wait for game number 2, we are going to go to a break. During the break, guys, make sure you enjoy one of the Spot the Lethals. This one was incredibly challenging for me. It took me a while to spot it. But enjoy. We'll be right back with more. Hello, everybody. Welcome back to the Hearthstone Trinity Series presented by ESL on Twitch. I'm TJ, joined by Frodan once again, and well on the way now with game 2.
TJ, why don't you show him that piece of paper right over there? That was some perfect acting and timing. Yeah, this is actually...
This looks wide on the camera.
It's actually the exact paper we use. You can faintly see it on camera. It's the X's and O's. TJ found lethal for the first time. Congratulations, TJ. Well
Thank
done.
you.
That was a great puzzle. What gave you that inspiration to find it?
Patches.
Like to thank Patches, like to thank the Wazoo. The Hunter Horn.
Indeed. All right, well, going into game number 2 here. Virtus.Pro now with the Priest to try and go up against this Reno Mage. Traditionally been a really good matchup for the Dragon Priest, especially if they can get on the board early. Early and fast.
All right, well, looks like we got off to a good start. Cloud9's got off to a good start. As we're just looking to see if Virtus.Pro can get up to a good start in this series. They're going to bring in the Dragon Priest. Now, Bunny Hopper is a notoriously slow player, too, just like Life Coach. He's pretty much a roper, so we'll see if that ends up being the case here. I kind of anticipate Virtus.Pro to really take their time with plays. Dr. Hippie's a little bit of a rusher compared to Bunny Hopper.
Yeah. Naming just depends on what kind of mood he's in.
Yep, I guess so.
All right, well, that's a pretty good early curve for Virtus.Pro. It's actually going to be a really important game because if they lose the Dragon Priest against Reno Mage, then that's 2 matchups that maybe not favored, but yeah, a little bit favored in that they feel like they probably should have won, that they wouldn't have won. So, and again, a must-win situation for these teams. The loser of this match is effectively eliminated from playoff contention.
Right. And then they're fighting for 5th place at best to avoid potential relegation of whatever happens.
The only way I can see it happening is if there's, at the end of the season, I think there's one permutation where there's 5 teams that are 3 and 4.
Oh, interesting.
If there would be 2 teams that would be
win out.
There would be 2 teams that would win out and be 5 and 2. One team would be 4 and 3, and then the 5 teams would be 3 and 4. So there would be 1 out for them, but it would also mean that they would have to win the tiebreakers, which I just don't even think unless it would involve a lot of the other teams in the series like getting pretty wrecked in their losses, like not winning many matches or not winning many games in their losses in matches. So there would be a chance, but it's very, very, very slim. It would also require them winning their match for the last 2 weeks. So this is a must-win.
All right, let's tune into Cloud9 and hear what they're talking about.
That do more
He's gonna play a 3/4. I'm not playing removal next turn. I'm playing a minion every turn for the rest of the game.
It's for like the long run. It's like this guy doesn't do enough, I think. Like you can't kill all the priest minions. They have way too much health. You have to choose one
next
to
turn
kill.
I'm gonna contest his minion with my minion.
You can do the same thing if you leave
I
it
kind
up
of like
too.
saving the torch for utility. Like that 1/3 is pretty irrelevant against our
There's 5 in this
creatures.
I'm
matchup.
definitely either playing the torch or the barrier, though. I'm not doing this whole ping.
No, barrier. I'm just trolling about pain.
Yeah, we were trolling about the one health.
Yeah.
Why are you guys trolling? We're in a tournament.
Alright, fine, but like you're trolling too, you know.
Yeah.
Trying to make us look like the bad guys.
Yeah.
I mean, torch is so bad, right?
Or yeah. Unless they run Interfire, then maybe. I don't know.
I mean, they'll just interfere something else. You can't possibly kill every minion to play around interfire.
Well, you can. If we had a 5-drop and we were able to go like 3, 4, 5 Kazakis Ink Master, then I wouldn't have hated torching it.
The second, how it's called, 4/5 sound.
Secondary bruiser.
Yeah, secondary
Yes.
bruiser.
It's really bad against that.
So keep saying that Twilight Guardian you like it better because of second rate bruiser.
But it's worse versus Fireball, so it's like 50.
No, yeah, it's worse.
And the other thing is that we can theoretically just trade heal next turn if you first on a water elemental.
Yeah, I like trading heal. Yeah,
But
so yeah.
I think
Just
the 1 and 2
Guardian
is better.
I think Twilight Guardian is better.
I like
But yeah,
Guardian
it's
more.
more. Yeah, I
What do you like,
Guardian more.
KP?
Guardian.
We play weird secrets, man. We're an adventurous secret team.
They tanked it, but they were thinking of Talon Priest for that guy. And they might have to play off curve, like Talon Priest and waste 1 mana next turn.
Huh.
That's my reads I got from that play.
All right.
Yeah.
Thunder.
Yeah. I was thinking about Kazakus, but can't justify it at all.
I can't.
I don't think we want to Kazakus 5. We want to just Kazakus 10. Kill it.
Yeah,
with 5/3.
If you're going for 10, you might as well play later, right?
Of course,
yeah.
we're going for 10.
Yeah.
We're only go for 5 in an emergency.
So what minions have we lost, have died? This is the first minion, right?
Yes.
Because we're going for resurrect a lot of times, so we need,
We're gonna get Resurrect 3 and plus health, and then play with Solia, and then win the game.
yeah. So we'll get Kazakis, Emperor, and this guy back, right? That's pretty beast.
We've done Pass, Frostbolt, Barrier, no, Vendor.
So that should be our game plan. Is like this, then bam, then bam, then bam.
It's actually a really good plan from Cloud9. I mean, it relies on them not falling too far behind on board and also getting the right potion from Kazakis. But if they can pick up the dream 10-mana potion, the juice, so to speak, which is the Res 3 and also gain health, then their board will be nigh unstoppable.
Are you mocking me?
Yeah, I really like leveraging the priest hero power in general because it's really important to make sure that the board stays as strong. Because playing Cabal Talon Priest here functionally kind of does the same thing, in terms of adding stats into the board, reasonable, and distribution's about the same too. And you can utilize what you have already and weave in hero powers over 2 turns.
Yeah, they didn't get the... I'm assuming that they took the Res 3 minions. So now they can choose to remove the board by going deal 6 damage to all minions. Or they can choose the summon an innate demon to really just go heavy on the board. Definitely leaning towards the deal 6 damage to all minions. Because that removes pretty much everything that a priest would throw onto the board. Aside from, you know, powered shielded buff things, Cabal Talon pre-buff things, that kind of thing.
Yeah. Huge potion being picked up here. They have a lot of answers to however big the board gets. I think the big one is being able to just make sure that big health stuff gets answered. We've seen some Dragon Priests even gravitate towards just raw stats like a Draconoid Crusher, the one that gets +3/+3 if your opponent's at 15 or less health to become a 9/9. And that card being put in Dragon Priest is not intuitive, but sometimes it's overwhelming. But now Cloud9 has a way to deal with it. Virtus.Pro is going to have to figure out a different way around it. So let's go ahead and tune in what they're saying.
Had to ping. But they wanted to play the minion because if they played Kazakus, without ban, so they didn't want to wait and they want to go for more tempo plays. So they probably have Emperor in their hand, maybe Antonidas. If they play it like that.
I like
So probably bucket the
Guardian.
Yeah, I like the Guardian.
The Guardian? I would definitely have the Drake.
Yeah, oh, Drake.
This
Drake
one.
as well.
Yes.
Yeah, the left one. Yeah,
I think the 2-1 just trades next turn, so I don't care about it. It's either dead or gets traded. And I don't think he's hero powering it.
Okay, so they have Antonidas and some spells.
Maybe, yeah.
Yeah, but if you play
So this is just no-brainer turn, right?
you kill 3/7.
I think we cleric heal
Heal
3/7, right?
the 3/7. The Guardian.
Yeah, I like killing the Guardian because they have to pick the 2/1 if they don't, or they have to kill the cleric. So they have to AoE. If they AoE, then it dies anyways. So yeah, I like killing that one. And just say it's Shadow Word Death.
I mean, I guess we can't double trade because it's too weak to...
No,
Yeah,
it's Shadow of Death in the face.
Yeah, Shadow Word Death and just go face. They want really tempo us, so they're gonna play Antonidas now. Antonidas are getting blast. Or
The Emperor now, right?
Wait, let's see if we top that Flame Strike.
Okay.
Because then we can not kill our own Solio too.
No, I'm gonna say we pull the trigger.
Yeah. I think.
We could also just Firelands Portal.
Nope.
Which one?
We only kill it. Wait. Shh.
It's too late now.
No, it's not.
Alright, yeah, that's true.
So
You want to Firelights Portal this and then waste the Forbidden Flame? Like we're using 2 resources inefficiently.
I don't like Firelands Portal here. You also got Northshire Cleric from draw. And you can
Try to
play
make sure we-
Strife did the math in the beginning. That's important to kill.
Trying to make sure we.
Yeah.
That's all.
This is thoroughly good. Like, look at this. Fantastic.
Okay, we can still lose the Valley game though, because
Optimism.
All right, so a little bit of disagreement back and forth in Cloud9, but I think it's par for the course. That actually kind of means they're in a good position. That they're not shutting each other out. I think when Cloud9 starts ignoring each other, that's when it starts getting to be a bad state. But at least they're kind of talking and bouncing ideas off. But that's what makes them fun for me to watch because they have very unique opinions about the game.
Cloud9 is like a very complicated 3-way marriage.
It's, you know, they're the first Hearthstone team that I'd probably make a reality show based off of just because all 3 of them probably would want to quit the show immediately, which makes it really entertaining.
Yeah. It's just an endless battle between the producers and Cloud9 where they want to quit, but the producers are paying them a ton of money to not quit.
Yeah, exactly. Like they're making it's like kind of like Jersey Shore. Like it's too lucrative not to do the show, but they all want off the show.
Yep.
Well, let's see what Virtus.Pro can really dig up here, because they can answer the 6-5. I guess they're worried about follow-up threats. First gonna play the Azure Drake here, picks up another dragon. So Twilight Whelp and Wormer's Agent are both eligible, or they can just Shadow Word Death 6-5.
If they Shadow Word Death, though, and Antonidas comes down, which Naaman made the read earlier that there was one.
Yeah, I think it's too risky to do it.
Yeah, then Antonidas could just snowball the game, and they'd lose outright. Like, Antonidas plus one spell
It's true.
would mean they have nothing to do with it.
Yeah, they need a way to do that. We've had some games in the past where, you know, some people just use their removal and they say, you don't have Antonidas, and if you do have Antonidas, I'm going to make sure that I overwhelm you before you have it, and then end up costing them games. So I like this hold. I like the idea of protecting the Azure Drake, although realistically, I don't know if it makes that big of a difference. So we'll see what ends up happening here. Cloud9, they're the ones who have to make a play because they're running out of cards and value.
Armor with a spell power.
That's a good card.
Yep.
I mean, we can full clear.
We full clay.
The Forbidden Flame and then trade into the 4/6.
Yeah, that 4/6 is too dangerous to leave up with the Zertrek on board. We have to. We have no choice.
Because you can Chronicle over the Blizzard and you have spell power. It's crazy good too, and you can save that for a bigger minion.
Historian, but if AoE, that's gonna be really bad for us. Maybe just go for that. We have two good targets, one bad one. Just play the Twilight Whelp.
Do you play Whelp?
Why wouldn't you? If you kill the Zoot Drake.
I guess.
Yeah, I think.
Maybe like we can top deck the Corruptor. Just need that. Just don't go for it, please.
Why'd you have to say anything? I mean, Sylvanas is really good against Priest, right? So let's just make another one of those and punch him in the face.
Do you kill? You have to trade, don't you?
All right, yeah, let's kill it. You want to kill it 2/3? Yeah, I can kill it.
Well, if you're playing Sylvanas, I think it's pretty important.
All right, yeah, we'll kill it 2/3, get another Sylvanas. And we'll just keep bumping Sylvs at him all day, right? Piece of cake.
We're still trying to win the Valley game, not like we're trying to pressure face damage. Like, if we can win, like, the Sylvanas against Rag Steel and he doesn't have another death, Ragnarok can just win us the game by itself.
Oh, yeah, we're cooking.
Well, Sylvanas makes things a little bit more interesting. I like the inclusion from Cloud9, you know, going a little bit on the greedier side with the Rio Mage. It's tended to work out a little bit better in the long run for a lot of these teams that have made that choice.
It feels like Strife Crew kind of built this list out for Cloud9 because that's like a traditional Strife Crew move, is to be greedy. So, well, looks like it didn't work out here just yet, but maybe Cloud9's okay with that. Maybe they want Sylvanas to be able to pick the trade that she wants to get, but doesn't look like exactly the kind of scenario that they are dreaming about.
Only they could.
Yeah, can they guarantee a Ragnar steal if they like cone their own Sylvanas? I think that's they can't.
This makes things so awkward. Oh my goodness.
It does. And you don't want to take any more damage too. And then Virtus.Pro doesn't have any more smaller minions. So do they just kind of stack the board here, like by playing Draconoid Crusher? I don't know.
If they go for Blackwing Corruptor and onto the Sylvanas, they can Shadow Word Death, whatever is stolen, and then the board would be okay. Like if it steals the Rag, they Shadow Word Death, and then all of a sudden they just have Blackwing Corruptor. That's not the end of the world.
Okay.
They're rolling into Draconid Crusher on the next turn, and they start to play that outvalue game. Then the same problem arises where Archmage Antonidas comes down plus a spell of any kind. You know, that's the game's pretty much not over, but it's going to be a tough win for them. I guess if they have a 9/9 and a 5/4 on board, and Archmage Antonidas comes down, maybe it's not at the end of the world since they are really healthy and at full health.
Yeah, I actually kind of like what you're saying here. It makes a lot of sense. Black and Corruptor is a very safe line. And anything that happens that's bad, you can answer. All right, so take your bets.
That one's actually, that's the best outcome. Now they don't have to use Shadow or Death, and if Frag hits, well, Face is actually not too bad either. Oh, wow. That is... Having to use Roaring Torch and Conical to clear up this Rag unless they want to use their only minion left. Let's go and listen to Cloud9, hear what they're thinking.
But there's also a like Torch trade, and then you can save Conical Doomsayer, but there's Pains, so that can't be good.
He's got double Pain left.
Yeah. So that has to be the best. The 5/4 is worth more than the Conical.
He also might have another Worm Rest agent.
Mm-hmm.
All right, we're almost through this.
I mean, at least he's drawing
the
cards.
stuff, dude.
Yeah. There's no card draw in this deck, other than Azure Drake.
Card generation and Azure Drake.
Yeah, so it's hard to get Antonidas to be super good right now.
Yeah, we're good against Druid, not against Dragon Priest. Most people counter this deck with Druid, not Dragon Priest.
Polymorph. Okay.
Well, we're not dead.
I think we Doomsayer.
Okay.
Really?
Yeah.
It's not getting any better, is it?
It gets better when you drop some minion.
Any Shadow Pains that punches us in the face.
But you could do the same thing.
And hope not a big winner.
That's actually, yeah, that.
I mean, really?
What
I
is
don't
it?
think so.
Yeah, I don't think so either. Yeah, just heal your face and just wait for the next turn. Like, we at Valorant right now, we don't need to rush because the longer the game lasts, the more chance we have. So yeah, they're just gonna be top deck.
They played the Kazakus already, so...
Yeah, they play Kazakus, yeah, so there's just no reason to rush. Yeah, just heal her.
I think we can just heal face.
Yeah.
It's only one top deck for them.
Which one?
Sylvanas isn't so bad.
Sylvanas isn't bad, Extras isn't bad.
Well, Cloud9, a hint of desperation as they ping their own Blood Mage.
Yeah, I mean, that's part of the problem. You just can't outvalue the Priest, and when they get the board, you can't clear the Priest. There's just too much going on here. Kind of annoying that Virtus.Pro doesn't have a Dragon to pair the Operative with, but that's not really that big of a deal. The whole point is just threatening the Mage. And whatever they play the Operative, they most likely can find some damage and end the game, even if they're one short right now.
Yeah, they sort of needed Reno right there just to give him some breathing room and a reasonable-sized body on the board. You can hear Firebat mentioning, he said, yeah, our deck's pretty good against Druid. Usually people counter Reno Mage with Druid, and I guess that was their plan all along as we watch Lethal being picked up by Virtus.Pro. So a little bit of an interesting game. You know, not very often do you see Reno Mage just run out of stuff and die because of that, but that's exactly how it's going to play out. Bunny Hopper doesn't look too happy after that win. He looks a little sleepy.
Yeah, I mean, it is getting late in Europe. We have been going for a long time. Pretty behind schedule for today.
Yeah.
But we've been having some good games, so can't really be too unhappy.
Yeah, it's been really good games and back and forth all the way through. Now Virtus.Pro going to be in a situation where they have sort of a leg up. Not a leg up, but they definitely even up the series.
Yeah, they're actually kind of a leg down right now because they're behind on the counter picks.
Mm-hmm.
So right now the advantage is in Cloud9's favor, but I mean, one team left up Shaman, the other one didn't. But as a result, you know, one team left up Warrior. So we'll see if the Warrior ends up being like a reason, like there's a reason why everyone's banning Warrior because they feel like it's really strong in last year's standing specifically because you can isolate the bad matchups, and it's not even necessarily just Pirate Warrior, but you know that's why Control Warrior is so good sometimes in last year's standing prior to Conquest because it was so good at counter picks.
Yeah. Well, we'll see. We'll see if Virtus.Pro continue that win. We're going to go to a break. When we come back, it's going to be game number 3 between Virtus.Pro and Cloud9. More Trinity Series after this.
I'm out of cards!
everybody, welcome back to the Hearthstone Trinity Series presented by ESL and Twitch. We're about to jump into game number 3 between Virtus.Pro and Cloud9, the two teams at the bottom of the standings. Dan.
For now. We'll see what team end up moving up and whichever one stays at the bottom. But, you know, we've seen big comebacks happen in Hearthstone before, not just in team leagues, but also in leagues in general. So never really count out. Never really count your eggs before they hatch. So teams that are in first place now, be careful. Things can sneak up on you pretty fast.
Yeah. All right. Well, let's get into it. It's Dragon Priest once again from Virtus.Pro, and this time it's going to be the Reno Warlock for Cloud9. And there's the Cloud9 tech, the leather-clad hog leader.
Love it. Love it. If your opponent's holding 6 or more cards, gain charge. I like it a lot because it's sometimes, like, not only when it activates, it's really powerful, but sometimes you just need something to play too around that mana slot. And having a 6/6 for 6, you just kind of realize how imposing like Boulder Fist Ogre type cards can be later stages of the game. It's just a lot of stats that you have to deal with.
Yeah. In fact, we recommend running Boulder Fist Ogre in your Reno Warlock at home.
I mean, we kind of joke about it, but if you're a free-to-play player, and I mean truly free-to-play, not like the ironic, Hearthstone circle jerk people like to post, but if you're an actual free-to-play player, like there's still a lot of power in cards like Boulder Fist Ogre and Stormwind Champion. It's just that there's a lot better cards.
Yeah. Dan, I am a
don't underestimate it.
I am a free-to-play player. I only spend $150 every time new content comes out.
You know what's the really sick thing, TJ, is that I have like 5,000 or 6,000 gold, but I still spend like
money.
None of it. I don't spend a single of my gold. I just buy packs anyways.
Now, let's go and listen into Cloud9 and see how they're dealing with these early turns.
Also, he doesn't develop the 3-drop, waste 1 mana. But, the counter side also has arguments. Yeah.
Yeah, so it still needs
We
pain.
get blown out by Argus.
Or whatever.
Yeah, he's running Argus if he's running the Technician.
Really?
In theory, at least. Depends, of course, on what the follow-up is.
I mean, they still played it well at well. If they Hellfire, just the Hellfire is still good.
It's just 2 more damage next turn.
Yeah, like it.
I mean, sure, they might have the taunt guy, but we don't care.
You can play
There's only one way.
Seems better than the alternatives.
Yep.
Yeah.
100%.
Just Dragon's Mark, right?
Like
Should
Shadow
Dragon
Brain,
Hmm?
because they play Shadow Flame in their list.
Is Shadow Flame good?
I mean, don't you like Shadow Brain? Just
No.
have 3 minutes on the board.
Don't you just... What do you like? Having 1 more card in your hand and a 4/4 with spell power on the board, or them having a 3/5?
I
I'm
like
just
playing
afraid of
Drake.
Shadow Flame.
Then you'll
There's
see maybe you'll
100%
try
play
it.
Drake.
Yeah.
Maybe
You
you'll
want to
double
trade?
yeah.
I'm thinking about double trading because I'm afraid of Shadow Flame.
I just want to
Is
hold you
Shadow
over the
Flame
next.
good? No.
No.
Isn't it?
The only thing that's good is like MC Tech.
Okay, just play Drake first. Yeah. Let's see.
I
Like
don't know, I like double trade.
I like double
what's
trade as well.
the 3/5 and the 2/3?
Yeah.
Yes.
Well, Virtus.Pro a little bit worried about MC Tech. Her name I mentioned, Shadow Flame. I feel this match was a lot about being aggressive, though, and just forcing your opponent to have answers at every single turn. But I guess they're just worried about playing too much into those cards, which are staples in Reno Lock.
Yeah, you have to keep in mind that the Reno Lock knows that you're trying to pressure them. They know you want to blow them out, so they're going to be looking for some of those really impactful cards that can swing the board. So might as well just hedge your bets. They are hedging a little bit hard, though, like trading a 2/3 into, so that way they play around AoE like Hellfire, which happened to be the case, but they do sacrifice damage long-term on average. However, we also seen that Cloud9's been relatively passive, right? Doomsayer on turn 3 when they could have played a turn 2, a Refreshment Vendor, so nothing really super powerful, which means that they probably are holding a little bit more situational and reactive cards. What I like a lot is this Faceless Manipulator, which implies that he's playing a Power of a Woman combo, and he's got the Leather-Clad Hogger, so imagine a world where you discount all those, play the Hogger, you give the power whelming, and you faceless it. You get some sweet damage with the Hogger. Yes, it's more inefficient than Leroy, but the sex appeal is way up there.
Some sweet damage.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Virtus.Pro continues to find things that can extend their resources here. Azure Drake plus Power Word Shield can take them deeper in the deck. Some key cards, of course, in this matchup, and pretty much in every matchup, Draconid Operative. A lot of times the Warlock beats you by playing Draxus. Draconid Operative lets you get Draxus and beat them with it. Which is pretty cool if you ask me, Dan.
Yeah, it is pretty sweet. You know, I was thinking about the merits of playing a Power Word Shield here. And when you're coming up on 6 mana, there's nothing that you're like outright afraid of. I guess you could coin out the Abyssal Enforcer, but you're still safe. So it looks like Virtus.Pro is they're thinking about a lot of stuff here. Let's check in with Cloud9 because they're the ones with a full hand.
Brander than Ring.
Yeah, or Brander than Ring to set up for
Brander than
AoE.
Ring.
But now that it's a 4/6, it's harder to set up for AoE with Brander than Ring, right?
He's clearing the Brander than Ring if we play it.
He's clearing Bran with the Azure Drake most of the time, and that's going to leave a 4/4, and you still can't even kill it with Abyssal. Yeah.
No, they really siphon sold it. Wow. It's actually, I think.
Alright, so the thing is, if we cleric and heal, we can draw into a Cabal and the Twilight Guardian.
I like Historian first. We can
And if Historian, we can get an operative.
Yeah, I like Historian, yeah, the operative, yeah. Just, yeah, better. Yeah.
Maybe next time.
It's not Bookworm, it's maybe Twilight Drake, maybe. No, Nixia seems better.
Maybe Nixia.
Yeah,
Like
Nixia is
Nixia?
better.
Yeah,
How do you like playing Twilight Drake now?
yeah, it's better.
As a 4/6?
Probably better.
Yeah, but I like playing Cleric and healing the 3/2.
No, I want to play here Cleric with Holy Nova when I have it in
Yeah,
my
but
hand.
you're missing the card. I mean, like,
Our
Nixia
board
is
is
better.
Look at our board, Neyman.
We're just gonna have so much more pressure if we take this 4/6.
Yeah, I mean, like, they play the Siphon, so okay, yeah. No, that sense.
I mean, they force it. I mean, they basically, we put them in the worse situation than before. We have a 1/3 more on board, and they have 2 HP less.
They can.
It's certainly pretty reasonable.
I think we do it now.
Don't take any Spellbreaker Shot Flame.
Yeah.
It's a full board clear, Sense of Drake. Spellbreaker, Coin, Hellfire clears everything except a 2/1, but you.
I think the 2 lines are Brand, Farseer, Peddler, or Spellbreaker, Shadowflame.
Does kind of make sense to just develop. You're not taking damage that much because you're
I
healing.
like the Brand heal better.
Yeah, okay.
Peddler first, of course, in case you get some sick-ass voodoo doctors.
Yeah, you're right.
That's not good.
Oh, yeah, sounds like that. Coil. Oh, those are bad discovers. Yeah, whatever.
Yeah, I didn't want to take Flame Milk because we don't have Reno.
Yeah, you're right.
I don't know.
I
Coil
think
and
you're
Piggy
right.
are pretty good.
Coil's pretty good, actually.
Well,
The first
you were on the same one. The first Discover was tough. I didn't know.
first one was bad. I would take that over Blood Imp, I think.
Yep. I like just having the PO target.
Do you want me to go Flame Imp?
Well, this sets up pretty heavily into Northshire Clerk plus Holy Nova turn.
Yeah, this ended up backfiring pretty badly. That's 6 cards that you can set up, or you can draw for setting up 3, so you'd be at 9 cards. Maybe it's too much. I don't know.
I don't think so.
I don't think so.
You just want as much stuff as you could possibly get in this matchup. And, you know, Cloud9, they had the option to Spellbreaker Shoutflame, which would have cleared the board, let them start from scratch. If they'd been able to see Virtus.Pro's hand, they would 100% gone for that play since they were pretty much out of stuff. But they go with the development. And now this is going to be pretty brutal.
Yeah, all they have to do is, Azure Drake, not Astral Drake, Twilight Drake into the trades, Holy Nova to clear, draw 6 cards, refill the hand. You probably can dump the Twilight Wolf as well.
Yeah, you're picking up enough dragons at this point.
Force your opponent to react. Dang.
Yeah. Not bad. Still no operative, though, which is a little weird for Virtus.Pro. That's one of the key cards in this matchup. And Abyssal Enforcer gonna come down here for Cloud9. Deals with much of the board, and they're starting to get closer to that combo. So now it's decision time for Virtus.Pro. Another Spy Historian can pick up an operative, but it means they're not dealing with the Abyssal Enforcer this turn. So Shadow of Death probably slated. Leaves them with 6 mana, in which they can double Cabal Talon Priest. They could Twilight Guardian heal. They could still fit in Nether Spy Historian, but play Twilight Guardian and try and roll into maybe a Draconid Operative the following turn.
So I personally just like setting up the strongest board possible, so that involves probably the Twilight Guardian or the
Double
Talon
Cabal.
Priest. Yeah. Like this probably this is with the most stats, so
yeah,
I think that's good. Twilight Guardian was also a lot of stats too, but I think the Nether Spy Historian was too weak.
Ooh. Leatherclad Hog Leader. I don't think it really does much now.
They've got. Well, they've got Leroy. No, she really shouldn't. I guess they can just Twisting Nether here.
Yeah, Twisting Nether. They have the Shadow Flame still, as you mentioned, so they could deal with a board the following turns. They still don't have Reno, though. That's a big deal. It could be a big deal. Virtus.Pro not really going to burst, especially since Cloud9 can feel confident that with both Leroy and Hog Leader in hand, there's not going to be any bursts coming out from the side of Virtus.Pro.
The only problem is that the Hogger doesn't combo with into anything right now. You play it, and then nothing else happens. But then the longer you hold it, the less likely your opponent's holding all those cards. You know, Dragon Priest will probably play a few more cards this turn. Will they be holding 6 so that your Hogger gets the charge? We'll see.
Let's go and listen in to Virtus.Pro and see what they're thinking about going through this turn.
We want to keep a dragon in our hand.
Oh yeah, true. Ouch. Okay, yeah, this is the reason you're gonna you go with this turn. Always forget about dragons. Yeah, the operative for sure. Now, Chromagus, we have one more power.
I like the operative.
Same, operative.
So broken, this card. I mean, we could take a 6-mana 9/9, or we could take a 5-mana card which just discovers something.
Yeah, go for operative. Yeah. I'm just thinking about the power shield.
I mean, 6-mana 9/9 somehow sounds better to me.
No, Sylvanas.
Probably
For sure.
Sylvanas.
Yeah, probably Sylvanas.
No, just play the
agent, yeah.
Are you mocking me?
Axis wouldn't be too bad in this situation. Is it only Leroy Shadow Flame, or are there other plays?
Mountain Giant Shadow Flame, Hawk Rider Shadow Flame.
Okay. I mean, we don't want to get below 7, right?
No, we can't go below 7.
We can't go below 3. Why, you want to play around double Corruptor the whole game?
Or Brand Corrupting.
I guess that's fair.
You could think about tapping if you want to risk it then. Because then you can just go Mountain Giant Shadow Flame anyways, and if you hit Reno, you know.
Yeah, we need to hit Reno or Drexus. We have 15% because it's 2
Do you want
outs
to
to
tap
13.
then?
So if we're gonna win, I say we got freaking tap.
Tap.
We're playing to win.
I don't mind this at all. Yeah, I like the tap here.
Okay, Sylvanas Twilight Guardian, right?
Sylvanas Twilight Guardian, right? Yes.
Yes.
I have no time for games.
Oh wow, this would be a huge win for Virtus.Pro if they go into an unfavorable match with Taken. It's going to come down to a couple draws for Cloud9 to pick up Draxus.
Oh man.
But is that going to be enough? They're staring at a scary board. There's 8 damage. So they Draxus now. They fall to 7 right away. Immediately. And they also don't deal with Sylvanas. So they have to worry about Sylvanas as well.
It's true. And they don't have AoE anymore. They use Twisting Nether and Shadow Flame.
They could... I guess they have to Draxus, though. Yeah, they don't have any other option, I don't think. Not that I see.
Okay, so then what's the alternative here?
So many possibilities.
No, they can try a Dirty Rat and hope nothing comes out. The Leatherclad Hog Leader is not even active anymore. Draxus is the only play that keeps him alive.
Yeah, I like it the most. It's not the safest, but you do have some options afterwards. But this is a big reason why you don't necessarily want to use your AoE if you don't have to. Wow, double Corruptor.
It's not quite there.
It's 2 off.
Yeah.
Or
one off. One off. And they could put him to 1, but that leaves him vulnerable to Reno Jackson. But are they really worried about Reno Jackson? Because they set up lethal. Reno would take up 6 mana. That has been an Emperor, so what can they do for 4 mana that clears their board and also heals them to full? I don't know, maybe it's going to be good to pressure here. They don't really have any other plays. Maybe they could try and take a middle ground, go with 1 Blackwing Corruptor, put them to 4.
Yeah.
That way you have at least a little bit of insurance if Reno were to come out. If Reno plus a Miracle board clear would come out in that case.
I kind of like both to the face here. You really shut off an ability for opponents to use Hellfire. You threaten the board like significantly, so like anything they play, you can just burst through.
Yeah.
This is a safer route though, and they're holding it on in case they pick up brands. They can brand Blackwing Corruptor. Ooh, Kazakus. That's something that we didn't think about.
Kazakus, even a 4 mana, I don't think, or 5 mana, I don't think saves him. Let's listen to Cloud9 for Kazakus.
We're gonna be at 1.
Deal 5 damage. No, we're gonna be at 4.
Yeah,
we're gonna be at 4. Yeah, because we have Mortal Coil.
Alright, so we launch this at the 3/6 and then coil.
Wait. Yeah, okay.
This raises the issue that we're in the exact same spot next turn, but, hanging on.
At least we're closer to Reno this way.
Yeah, we have to find it, right?
9% chance we die here to Brand Corruptor or to Ragnaros. Because he's drawn so many cards.
Not 90%.
Yeah, 90%, I think.
No,
he didn't have it the previous turns.
No, he could have killed us with Brand Corruptor last turn.
Not before that, he could have, though.
Yeah, he could. We were all 7. That Brand Corruptor is 6 damage.
Well, no, that one turn we were at 5.
Oh, right. You're right. Jackson! Oh!
Double taunt.
It's double taunt. Dirty Rat?
No, second rate, faceless.
They play Dirty Rat.
The
Is
other
it a
way
good idea?
is...
The Dirty Rat makes your second rate cheaper. 1, 2, 3.
We could Leroy.
You can make 3 taunts.
We could Leroy, Dirty Rat, and second rate.
We could Leroy
second rate hero power. It's just Pain's left, right? So Dirty Rat's not a good taunt.
Dirty Rat does nothing, yeah.
I wonder.
The Leroy's second rate hero power?
Pain, Shadow, or Death in his hand.
Or we could Leroy Faceless, just board clear. Leave a 1/1 up, we go down to 2. Alright, you know your lines, go.
Dragonfire Potion beats the double second rate, right?
Yeah.
So what about the double Leroy clear?
Sure.
I don't know. He hasn't had the Brand Corruptor yet. He's already played the 1 Holy Cover, he probably doesn't play 2.
At least he had chicken.
The crack. You go with Bran and
No.
We just kill him with his own whelp. It's as bam as it gets.
Yeah, true.
You should attack first well.
Then I can't corrupt her.
Yeah, I'm attacking with well first, and then... Oh, yeah, true. Yeah.
We beat the Warlock.
This is a huge win. First time the Virtus.Pro is going to be able to break serve here and get a win with Priest over Reno Warlock. And it does happen from time to time. It's very rare.
Yeah, they got off to a really good start. Reno, we didn't see it at all, which is also another big deal. And so they were never able to stabilize. They had to use removal, I want to say inefficiently, but I think the Holy Nova turn was probably the turning point there.
Yeah,
the
Holy
decision
Nova
point
was huge. They needed to clear the board there, and they got a little bit greedy, and then Priest was able to draw a lot of cards. Another thing, too, is that it felt like Cloud9 used up their AoE a little bit too liberally. They just needed more access to sweeping the board. Now, granted, Priest will continue to flood the board and press you until you need to do that, but it's still one of those dances that you have to go through. You know, you have to hold out as long as you can and then use it. It just felt like they were, okay, let's use AoE here, let's use AoE here, let's use AoE here.
Yeah, but now Cloud9 gotta find another deck to go up against this Dragon Priest with. They have Rogue, which can sometimes be good. They have a mirror matchup with Priest. Druid probably not the best, and Paladin probably not the best either. So, I don't know. Rogue, it seems not like something that they're going to want to do this early. Rogue is a great tool to deal with some of the slower control decks later on. And it is their only sort of like quote-unquote aggro deck. Their only patches deck. So this is a tough situation for Cloud9. This is what happens when you lose a favorable matchup, is you come in awkward positions like this.
Yeah. Well, we'll see. Right now, Virtus.Pro has Priest on the board, and there's a lot of other options too. But like you said, Rogue is definitely one of those candidates that can really strike fear in their opponents. It's, you know, there's only a few classes I think that can truly sweep. Even though we saw Paladin sweep, we saw Warlock sweep, I still feel like Rogue, Shaman, Warrior are the decks that can truly be like fearsome. Mage to a certain extent, but with Druid around, it feels like Mage is kept in check. And same thing with Warlock.
Yeah.
Like because Druid's in check.
I tend to agree. Priest, I don't think is a deck that could sweep at all. Priest, you know, in a lot of matchups,
oh boy.
Oh boy.
I mean, it's 1-2, and then just starts winning and winning and winning.
Yeah, if Priest sweeps, I'll eat dance glasses.
No. I need these. If Priest sweeps, then you can eat this notebook sheet of paper.
Okay, deal. Deal. I will eat that notebook sheet of paper. What does it say on there?
It says, how many minions are in standard? Can you guess?
No.
Just guess.
250.
Not even close. Higher.
1,250.
Lower. Somewhere in between.
250.
604.
Oh, okay. That's actually a lot.
Yeah. That's how many. I didn't realize there were that many cards in standard.
No. That's why my first guess was 250. Because I figured there were a lot less minions. But I guess it makes sense. But it's time for game number 4. Cloud9 versus Virtus.Pro. Dragon Priest versus Paladin. Coming at you.
On Sunday. Come watch the two of the best Hearthstone teams in the world battle it out in Hearthstone. No longer Heroes of Warcraft.
It's Hearthstone Hat Day! Sunday!
All right.
First 100 people to show up get a free hat.
We were done after the infomercial cut out, DJ.
Leave it to TJ. Just take a joke and rub its face in there in the dirt.
The Ralph gif from The Simpsons where he's like, "Stop! He's already dead."
Yeah. Yeah.
Right, so the Dragon Priest versus Paladin. This is interesting. Some people counterpick Priest into Paladin.
The light shall burn you.
Oh,
very good play here by Virtus.Pro on turn 2. Excelente.
Muy caliente.
Muy caliente. Hombre.
Uno, dos, tres, cuatro, cinco, seis.
Man, you're a natural, dude. All that Spanish. Let's tune in and listen to Cloud9. This is the SAP channel, and we'll listen to what Cloud9 has talking about.
Oh, wow, that's so weird. What's the worst that can happen if you let him play a minion, then Doomsayer after? if they pain, they still
Shit.
only have one.
They
minion.
play
They need
3-drop.
They need to have a
pain,
minion for
2-drop.
Finja, anyways.
What?
They need to have a minion for Finja, anyways.
Yeah, they'll have a
I
minion
know.
as soon as you play Finja.
I don't know why we want to go for a value game with these Doomsayers. Let's just maximize tempo. So we have a tempo card, another tempo card, and then the card that wins us the game. I mean,
You guys should do it. It's 2 against 1. I would never do this play, so it's looking surprising to me. But if you guys are both saying it, you guys have to be on something. So
Alright. Guess that made this turn easy.
Do they want to play the Acolyte? Was it the card which is the
I don't really
Stallion?
care what they want to play into.
more value, but I don't think we need to. I don't think we need to get that fancy with it. Here,
We could Acolyte to bait out the pain.
well, he's probably not going to paint. He's probably going to play Twilight Guardian.
We do need to have him have a minion on board, though, because he could just wait a turn and then Dragonfire Potion to Finja.
All right. I don't know. Changing the plan here doesn't seem good in my mind, but
Let me.
So you like the Doomsayer better still?
yeah.
What about you, Strife?
Well, Strife didn't like the Doomsayer to begin with, so I imagine he still doesn't like it. I think he actually probably just went AFK.
I like Acolyte more because I'm scared of Dragonfire Potion and him.
Yeah,
cards.
I like the Acolyte better.
If you got Doomsayer and Quinn Finja, and then he has Dragonfire Potion and waits, you're actually just dead because you've played all your cards.
Yeah.
And then he can Shower Pain this guy, so you don't even get the draw. I guess either way, Shower Pain's here sometimes.
Really interesting early game here. With double Doomsayer and Cloud9 10, it actually makes things like tough.
Stripeco's probably AFK. Sorry, I just think it's funny. Just listening to Cloud9 talk about plays with each other.
Yep.
But hey, at least they're talking. They're moving, they're grooving. Virtus.Pro with 5 mana, they can play the Operative if they want to increase the chances of getting any fin before their opponent draws it, or they can play Blackwing Corrupt or stay on curve here. The problem is that Finja that is out right now, and feels like you're gonna have to hope that your opponent can't remove the minions with this. So you gotta play your sturdiest minion that can't die. And that seems like it would be the Draconoid Operative.
Yeah, and the earlier you play it, the more likely you are to hit. Well, I don't know. What are the odds on that? Are you more likely to hit it if you play it earlier, or more likely to hit it if you play it later after they've drawn more cards? I think you're more likely to hit it earlier because there's only 2 in the deck and you get 3 choices. I don't know. That one's tough, actually.
Well, the earlier you play it, the less likely they have drawn it. Oh, wow. Well, they have a good alternative. If you can't get anything can happen, I'm sure Tyrion can help wipe the tears away.
Yes.
Oh, wow. And they just drew Tyrion, too. Funny how that works out.
Yeah. Well, this will be... There's actually potential to get 2 war leaders because they drew a bluegill. So let's see. Oh, they can play the second bluegill. Yeah, actually, that's pretty good. Yeah, 2 war leaders. That makes some stuff.
Priest really isn't playing a Tomb these days. Do you clear this with Dragonfire Potion?
Yeah, I say so. Dragonfire Potion. Well, I don't know because Dragonfire Potion can deal with like anything can happen later on in the game. Because 6. Yeah, I mean it's a little bit awkward. Deal with the first anything. But let's go listen to Virtus.Pro and hear their thoughts.
So you'll have bubble to attack this.
My work is paramount. Leave me alone.
Oh, that's all the Murlocs. Let's see. Does 4 damage. Consecrate would allow you to keep up your War Leader, and it stops him from playing buff cards on it, I guess. Is that even
Just
worth?
like Bluegill trade, and then Doomsayer hero power. get a free turn where he can't develop anything, and then he develops stuff, and then his 1 turn of development is not as strong as your 8 drop, and then we pull ahead. And then he has to Shadow Word Death, which slows him down, and then we play the other 8 drop. He doesn't have second death because it's gone, and then we slowed him down enough that we survive till anything. So
probably better hold Consecrate.
Yeah, we sold the Consecrate. We use Bluegill and Doomsayer. With our current hand, like we don't have any time to get Doomsayer.
Is it worth to consider, say Doomsayer return 7?
I kind of like just going face. Start punching him down, and then
just Shower Pain.
That 3 damage is less relevant than the 7 damage.
He's gonna clear the 3/3 with it, and then Shower Pain.
Wait.
No,
face deck, man.
No, trust me, I know what I'm doing. We have a Tyrion.
Okay.
And into anything, right?
It's 2/3. I just passed. No.
Yeah, I'm thinking about that.
No.
You play Bookworm.
I like Bookworm trade and play the Cleric.
Same. Maybe it's like Cleric.
Mm-hmm.
We can ban for value.
I mean, what do they have with the 7 makers in Minion? But yeah.
I mean, they probably want to draw cards with the Solemn Vigil.
Yes.
Well, that's awkward.
Yeah, I think Tides thought he set it up for a Tyrion, but this is turn 7.
Yeah.
And now they've lost all the board that they were building up towards. Now, to be fair, that Doomsayer was not long for this board, no matter what it did. But I guess Tides debates if he wants to use Hammer of Wrath in this position or Consecration. Both have its merits.
Yeah. It's like Hammer of Wrath it is. Now, the Bookworm could have come down on the Doomsayer regardless. So, but basically it would have been in the same spot. They just now have 5 more face damage. Yeah. Or sorry, 7 more face damage. So, in a way, this actually worked out for Cloud9. Because now they're a little bit closer. Shadow Word Pain was the next card. Interesting.
Well, Virtus.Pro has access to Tyrion this turn if they want to get ahead of the Tyrion Wars. They can also Bran and Drake. I don't know if Bran Corruptor is any good right here. I think holding on to that's also really important because Bran and Corruptor is a huge tempo swing. So it feels like you can bide your time and wait for a more opportune moment to drop that combo.
Yeah, Tyrion on this board, it's a little bit awkward because you expect them to have an 8-drop, and they have 1/1s to get off the Divine Shield. So it's like better on a clean board, or if there's something on the board that you know can't really hit well into a Divine Shield from Tyrion. So like if you play Tyrion and then they play Tyrion, they can bump off the Divine Shield, and all of a sudden you're in a weird spot where you have a 3/6 bumping off the Divine Shield, and they did it with a 1/1. So, yeah.
Then their opponent plays a Tyrion, then what? Then their Divine Shield pops, and how do they respond to it?
They can bump with the 3/5 and then Bran Blackwing Corruptor. And then they're left with a...
Left with the...
A 6/6 Tyrion, and they have an Ashbringer. And they also have a Bran and a Blackwing Corruptor. So actually, that's not bad. I like that.
Yeah, it's all right. That's not... Yeah,
it's all right, Dan.
It's pretty good.
That's great.
Great stuff.
It's great stuff.
Well, Cloud9, they hesitated on playing the Tyrion. I wonder if they're reconsidering a different 8-drop here. I'd be very shocked if so. It feels like Tyrion definitely is the play here. All right, so Virtus.Pro has their options. See what they're chatting about.
Maybe leave the Tyrion up and Bran and Corruptor. So
I would just trade the 3/5 and then Bran Corruptor it and just say you don't have second equality.
Yeah, I like it.
Me too.
We agree?
Yeah.
Who knows what secrets will uncover? I wield the power. Job done.
Double conk better than Light Lord.
Double conk. Let's see. Light Lord, you can't activate it. Like, you can't get through, right?
Yeah.
The thing is I'm scared of is how much damage you take. Let's see, double conk. You take 6 here.
11.
You take 11. Okay, so you go down to 23. Then you play anything, then you take 5 more. Are you okay? Yeah, you should be okay, right? Like, you never die before playing Ragnar's Light Lord on turn 11. You can still play anything on turn 10 if you double consecrate. I
Say like double conk.
I like double conk, yeah.
Firebat? Any Peacekeeper
Especially
plays?
since
Or...
kill Brand,
Lightweight.
and you don't have equality in your hand. So if you live at Brand, he starts like buffing his guys with talent boosts like hugely with Brand. That's gonna give you problems, I think.
All right.
You want a double conk clearance setup for anything.
Yeah. Double.
Your deck has a purpose. And that's to anything and kill it. So let's try and set that up.
Yeah. Plus, if you needed more life, you can actually leave out the Tyrion one turn, not use a weapon, and then use your anything and clear it. That would save you 5 more damage. But I don't even think you need to do that. You're at 13, right? And you can clear his minions here with anything.
Yeah, I think we're anything in here.
Unlucky.
Barons.
Yeah, Barnes, we can take for that. Yeah. 2 silver. I mean, would you
Any
wish to
point
do
in
this?
taking equality ever?
No, I don't see a reason. If they played the second anything, we just
I like
get
Barons.
like Barnes.
Playing second is as Drake.
Yeah, but they're anything now. They play anything.
9 plus 12, it's, 21 plus 5. Like, he has more than the Light Lord deals worth of damage, actually. So you
Do
just
you lose anything anyways?
Mm-hmm.
How many Murlocs is rising? 5 Murlocs?
5.
Is he running into space problems? 1, 2, 3. No, right?
No.
So I think we just anything then.
12.
Because then we get two 5/4s left over and 4/5. Or wait, no, it's +2, 6, 7, 6, 6. Haha.
You trade or go phase? You have to trade, right? Of course.
Yeah, trade.
Double trade, go phase 13. Yeah, I think this is. Yeah, this is. I think it's better. The point is, you die anyway, so.
Move quickly.
Does anything if he hasn't.
Do we really double trade though? Maybe we just go our face into the 4/4. Because he's only killing us with anything.
No, trade. Yeah. That's not true.
Why?
You can die to other stuff.
Yeah, you can.
He has 4 more
damage
damage.
bringer, man.
For
What other
any
stuff?
forward, like Corruptor, Brand Corruptor and stuff.
Yeah.
2 Corruptors,
What?
or are you sure? There's also
That's
a Paladin
6
card.
damage.
What if
Wait,
he discovers a Consecrate?
He played both Corruptors, he played Brand, and I'd have 8 HP left over. I guess it's only Ragnar's thing.
Shh. Deb, shh. Okay.
Is that all?
Yeah, that's it.
Hey, you're not. I was waiting for something else. Like you're gonna tell me something important.
Nope.
You're just quoting Tides of Time.
Yep. The late great Tides of Time.
Of Time.
Yeah. Well, that dilutes their pool. Pool dilution.
Yeah, a couple of Murlocs that aren't Chargers can come out now, but that's assuming Priest heals to maximum life. Or that's even assuming that deal with Rag Light Lord.
They still have 1 Shadow or Death in their deck, and they have 3 chances to pick it up here. With Azure Drake, Power Word Shield.
I guess 4 if you count the draw.
Yeah. Can they do it? Virtus.Pro. Whoa. Well,
here you go.
50-50. Can Rag do its thing?
It's the best shot the Virtus.Pro has at closing out the game.
Let's see. You got it done!
Oh, man. Bunny Hopper pops off. And Tides of Time is pissed.
Yeah, that's a brutal loss. And that's the first time we've really seen Bunny Hopper show like positive emotion after a victory.
Yeah, he's usually really calm and collected.
Yeah, well, I mean, in victories, in defeats, we saw him in week number 3 after the loss throw his headset.
Yeah,
after he'd lost one of the game in frustration. Yeah. So, but I'm glad to see that after a little bit of a slow start as far as communication went. They seemed like tired and lethargic a little bit. It's late in Europe, especially in Kazakhstan where Naaman is, that they're invigorated. 3 wins with praise.
It's like 2:30 a.m. In Kazakhstan right now.
Yeah.
So big shout out to Naaman and his wife that's supporting him, allowing him to stay up late past his bedtime. Man, Cloud9 looked like they were on all different fronts of that game, you know, just like telling each other to be quiet, let me play, or, you know, my idea is here and there. And I'm sure that they're okay with it in the end. They've like gotten used to working together, but it doesn't feel like it's a unified front over there.
Yeah, definitely. And we'll see if they can bring it back together. They're down 3-1 in the series. See if Cloud9 can find a deck to bring it back. We're going to go to a break, but don't go anywhere, guys. More Trinity Series right after this. Welcome back, everybody, to the Trinity Series.
We got it.
That one was tough.
Whew, that was kind of hard, man. Had to solve it, but 25 is the answer. Just got to throw this potion up there. But, yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed that one. That Spot Lethal was brought to you by Kazakis, and we are his understudies.
Not quite
Super
as good.
Kazakis bros.
Not quite
good job,
as good.
TJ.
Good job. Very well done. But now it's time to get back down to business with Virtus.Pro versus Cloud9. The Dragon Priest is doing some work for Virtus.Pro, and Cloud9 seemingly tough, having some trouble synergy, having trouble finding a win with this deck. Against this deck, I don't know. It's looking rough.
Yeah, I felt like we were on the same wavelength during that brief break and figuring out that lethal. Maybe we should hop on over to Cloud9 and help bring up their chemistry a little bit, if you will, because right now that seems to be what's lacking. But at the same time, whoever's piloting has the final say. Sometimes chemistry doesn't matter if the person who's piloting is playing really well.
Yeah.
So let's go into Priest Mirrors. This is something that I didn't expect to happen right off the bat here. But we're about halfway through the series, and Virtus.Pro is looking like they're on a roll, TJ. And it's looking like you might be eating this piece of paper on stream.
Yeah.
If Priest sweeps.
Really rooting for Cloud9 in this one.
I'm kind of rooting for Virtus.Pro.
I'm not hungry at all. But we'll see. It's a little bit of a desperation move to purposefully queue into a mirror matchup. It usually indicates that either all of your other matchups are unfavorables, or there's a deck that's so juicy in another matchup that you can't even think to throw it out to be another victim to the Priest, potentially. So...
Well, there also is this idea that a lot of the mirrors, it's not for every case, but a lot of the mirrors, the better player can get a lot of edges because they're not playing every aspect of it correctly, because you do have kind of the same type of scenarios play out. So whoever's more familiar with them and able to optimize at every single edge possible. You know, think Control Warrior, for example.
Yeah.
Someone makes a mistake and they're drawing too fast or like missing the armor counts. Hunter mirrors, rogue mirrors, they're all kind of the same thing. Shaman mirrors even too.
Yeah. Well, that's an opening hand for Cloud9. Let's go ahead and listen in and see how they're planning to deal with all these good plays.
And it's like drawing doesn't really help this matchup, so.
It goes infinite with operatives a lot of times. Like both players just keep discovering stuff forever.
Yeah, tempo is more important than card draw, that's for sure.
Yeah. I mean, it's not going to that many cards. Probably just one this turn. I don't think he'll have to stop drawing next turn, or he'll get run over.
That's really weird that they're thinking about. Maybe they're just trying to.
Well, they're thinking about playing cards instead of drawing.
Got punch face here, right?
Yeah.
But what if he Talon Priest? Let's see, it'd be a 1/6. Then I'll have actually.
I mean, we're Argus swinging into that, probably, right?
But that doesn't mean we don't punch it.
Let's see.
But we shouldn't punch it, because no. If we punch it, we lose our whole board to Shower of Pain.
Yes, we do.
Yeah.
And we have to have 2 minions.
I think we have to go for Cleric just for the long game.
Do we?
Really? No.
I mean,
I think we just play the 3-5.
Yeah, but
If he wants to kill it, then he has to double trade, and then we have a good trade afterwards.
Okay, wait. Just one question. If we play the Technician now, what you're gonna do the next turn?
Then we're gonna trade the Blackwing Technician in.
Okay, yes. If they Shadow Paint the Technician, what are you gonna do the next turn?
Cry.
That's what I'm saying.
I mean, we're just gonna get out tempoed here, right?
Tempo, yes, but I mean, you're still gonna get out-tempted if they're gonna use Shadow Paint. They have 2 more cards which they kept. One of them.
What do you want to do? Do you want to trade, heal, and then play the Twilight?
I'm thinking about playing the second Cleric and just healing. Yeah, trade and heal. Just get 2 more
I like
cards.
Black and Technician more, I don't know.
I think it's the Technician.
It's all about tempo, no?
It's more. This
about
match
tempo,
is more,
yes,
it's a lot more about tempo than it is about value.
I mean, like if it gets Shadow
People
Paint.
pretend this is about value, but it's not.
Interesting.
People pretend this is about value, but it's not.
That's
Interesting.
something that I thought it was. I heavily thought that this. Well, I guess it matters a lot about board tempo too. If you remember Priest mirrors back in the day, felt like it was a lot about injured Blade Master.
Yeah.
And making sure you get that early minion to stick. If you can get that with Circle of Healing and have that 4/7 just keep hitting the board, you just win. So that makes a lot of sense. You know, a lot of times Priest has hard times dealing with 4 attack minions, and if you can get that Defender of Argus on, say, the Blackwing Technician, for example, and get that juicy 4/6, you're kind of in the same exact position as I just described.
Yeah. Or you were just pretending.
Or I was just pretending.
Well, Shadow and Pain picked up. That's what Virtus.Pro is worried about in making this play, but Defender of Argus can be tough to find value out of in this matchup. So Virtus.Pro going to go ahead and go with that while they have 2 minions on the board. This is...
Okay.
They're drawing a lot of their value cards, but not a lot of their tempo cards, whereas it's the opposite for Cloud9.
Yeah, they don't necessarily need all their value. I mean, they already have a lot of decent stuff with the Draconoid Operative, Holy Nova, like Northshire Cleric draw. It's like Nether Spite Historian is just another card to help gain value. But the nice thing is that Nether Spite Historian helps them plan a little bit more efficiently for the next few turns. Northshire Cleric draws you 1 card that you're kind of stuck with. Nether Spite Historian can help you pick what you need for the next few turns because you get 3 choices. So that's the power of Discover. Not to mention that, you know, you have you use the mana a little bit more efficiently as well.
Well, Nether Spite Historian looks like it's going to be the pickup. What this also does is, if they play Northshire Cleric, bump and heal, it means that they will probably want to play Twilight Whelp, and it also means that they don't have a dragon next turn, guaranteed, with the Draconid Operative. So now they're going to make sure that they do. Azure Drake picked up, probably not the most impactful, but definitely a good thing to have.
It's pretty good.
Yeah, it's at that 4 attack, which can be tough for Priest to deal. It's a dragon, so it activates the other dragon cards in your hand.
Certainly. Cloud9 has pretty straightforward play here. Shower Pain helps them eliminate the Blackwing Technician, which is very annoying. And I can't imagine a world where you hold on to Wormrest Agent here. So, from Virtus.Pro's perspective, do they feel like they need to drop this Draconoid Operative in order to get the strongest minion on board? Or do they want to use Azure Drake because it's a little bit better statted-wise and more complicated? Let's go ahead and listen in and see what they think.
To
Raptor. Yeah, but Raptor.
Just trade and heal.
What is worse, Shadow or Death or Raptor?
I like play Operative now.
Operative is just a bigger tempo play.
Bigger tempo, but
He has only 4 cards in hand. Maybe it's not Shadow or Death. Yeah, it's unlikely that it has Shadow or Death. Yeah.
Wow.
Silence?
What? Silence, right?
Now wait, they're playing the one. It might be the Arena Priest. They used to play.
They have played 2 Wormrest Agents. They're not playing Arena Priest.
Okay, yeah.
We'll still take the silence.
Silence or Shadow or Death?
I think we have 1 death.
Yeah,
Do we
but
need more?
Death is good.
No?
Like Shadow or Death.
Why do we need silence?
No.
Yeah.
Just silence a 3/4 right now.
Silence it. We don't need silence here.
Yeah, Shadow or Death is just more tempo.
That's why I like more Shadow or Death.
I don't like Corruptor because of the whole Dragonfire Potion thing. So I'm really happy with the Operative while we get value and then ignore his minion and punch him in the nuts.
Because Dragonfire Potion is only clear a 5/4 and a 2/4. But we still have tempo.
Operative is pretty good on this board too.
I'm worried that if we play Operative, he deaths, trades in, he'll, like, you know, and then heals. Then it's like getting a free value heal as well.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Do you think we ever
more
death?
deaths than potions, so...
There are more deaths and potions too, and he can death
Well,
plus.
we're definitely not deathing. We're playing one of the 5
No,
drops.
we're not deathing here. I think, yeah, exactly. But I think I like Corruptor more than Operative. Let's do that. Try 2, 3, and 1, 4. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. Nothing else. Unless we're playing around Cabal.
I like Azure Drake, Twilight Drake.
Don't we death it?
No.
And then what?
because he needs to trade with the Drake, yeah, and he can't lift the Drake up. So yeah, he has to trade with the Corruptor unless he's gonna buff it. We didn't have Shadow with that.
I would like to use the death on the.
When I use the death, but we don't have any more death. Like if they play the operative, how are you gonna remove it?
I mean, of course, the death play is a lot better against.
Operative. But we might go for Veil.
If they have any buff card.
Wait. I like playing Shadow of Death because we can play the Whelp and the Agent, and the next time we go Cleric and Holy Nova and just draw at least two cards. Yeah. They have to remove Cleric. Right hitting?
Not completely sold on the idea.
No, I mean like we're running low on cards and we need to replenish our hand.
Wow, I actually like that spot from Naaman towards the end there. If they play this, then these two attack minions trade into War Message next turn, and they Northshire Cleric Holy Nova, healing them up, clearing the board, or not clearing the board entirely, but clearing the board a bit, and then Holy Nova.
Yeah, it's going to be hard for Cloud9 to outvalue them a few turns ago, but now it seems like a much more realistic plan. Now they have Bran, which is all the ultimate king value. So it's one of the hard things to balance between how far do you extend the board and how much you play value, but it's clearly not going to be a tempo game. It's definitely gravitating towards a value game. So I think Bran is the choice, although Shadow War Pain does have its place as the game goes on too, because there's a lot of dragons and stuff that do have 3 attack or less, like your opponent's Twilight Guardians as well.
Yeah. I just think Bran is too good as this game goes on, especially to pick up another Corruptor, another Operative, just Azure Drake like you talked about. I don't know. This one has to be the Bran.
All right, Shadow War Pain being picked up.
Oh no, but the Cleric! That makes things so awkward. Their plan is ruined.
Well, they can just ignore that and then play Azure Drake instead. It's not the worst thing in the world.
Yeah.
Especially now that they have 2.
Yeah. Oh, they can try and delay the plan, but that doesn't feel great. I guess they're just going to trade into the Northshire Cleric now. Might still be intact next turn, at least a little bit of it. So we can see how that goes. Twilight Guardian picked up. Oh, Bran plus Twilight Guardian is actually pretty good because you get the 4 health. Or the 4 attack.
Yeah.
That's kind of funny.
4/6 is actually very strong, and it lines up pretty well against this board. Bran does get kind of exposed, though. They haven't used the Bookworm yet, so you do get a little bit vulnerable to that. You also have to think about if you want to save Bran for the card draw of other things too, because you can get away with just playing a Twilight Guardian, for example. You get Twilight Guardian, heal the 5/6 after trading.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I actually kind of like either of those plays, because I think saving Bran has a lot of merit to it, because you don't have a lot of value in your hand inherently outside of that.
Yeah. Well, the Shadow of Death is actually becoming problematic. You know, they forewent that on the previous turn for the Black Draken Operative, thinking that they would need it for whatever came out from the Nether Spread Historian. But now it's stranded in the hand, and Virtus.Pro doesn't even have a 5 attack plus health minion to play at all.
So, let's see, Virtus.Pro, trade, Shadow War Pain. Azure Drakes. They actually got a lot of viable lines here. I'm curious what they're thinking.
All right, let's go and listen into Virtus.Pro.
We're not gonna have any
Drake. Will change our plan.
Yeah. We're not gonna have any Drakes left in our hand.
We don't need Drakes. But we are using Shadow War Pain on Bran every time, I think.
I like Holy Nova.
Okay.
Like we're gonna draw 2 cards. This way we're not gonna use Shadow Pain.
It's only 1 card from Holy Nova.
No, we don't have any dragons.
You double trade this?
Double trade.
No, you don't. Why would you trade?
I don't think I do.
Why not?
I don't want to trade the Drakes.
Well,
Do you think he's setting up for Holy Nova?
we need to kill his stuff.
Yeah, I think we make the Immortal 4 attack minion, right?
Okay. I like healing then over Drake.
Yeah, I like Talon Priest heal over Drake as well.
Same.
So we make the big 4 attack minion?
You make a 4/9 and then trade
Big
it.
4/5, yeah. Okay, let's do that.
You wish to live forever.
Sounds good, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
His best play against this, he doesn't have enough mana for.
Corruptor, but that he can have a
Corruptor,
4
Holy
or
Nova.
5. Yeah.
Yeah.
Or he can Corruptor the 5/2 probably. If he has Corruptor, not the 4/5. I think that would make more sense for him.
He's out of Pains though, unless he operates one.
Mhm.
Do we Cleric?
I think we clearly can heal the 2/2. I'm not sure about Holy
We
Nova
need to
right now.
kill 5/2.
Yeah.
It's only Corruptor can do it.
Maybe healing there, 3/2. Have the book when left.
I like heal it.
I mean, healing the 4/3. We can top deck wait to think who we wanna. Like, we're gonna trade 4/3 into Cleric. We need to. Yeah,
I
but
like
healing
playing the
is better.
agent.
In the agent. I play the agent also can work. Yeah, just play the agent.
Are you mocking me?
Whoa. Virtus.Pro with all the crazy plays. Last game, they had to end it with a crazy double-powered shield outing for Rag. Now they're thinking about healing their opponent's minion, but they held back just to play a Wormrest Agent.
Yeah, this one's starting to come down to it. I mean, Cloud9 has had the board pretty much the entire game, but Virtus.Pro has had a slight card advantage throughout the entire game. So this will really put Bunny Hoppers 3 to the test if this matchup is about tempo or if it's about value. If it was about tempo, I feel like Cloud9 would have already won. But if it's about value, then Virtus.Pro is going to win by running them out of cards and eventually having the last say.
Oh, wow. Cloud9 choosing to go for the Dragon before the Blackwing Technician because they want to use the hero power and get value off of it over turns. And that makes sense, too. They're running out of cards. And with Silence, that's not a high-value card, so they're going to really need to maximize off of what they get here.
Yeah, so it's like trade.
Yep, trade, heal.
Yeah.
Heal the 4 attack minion. By the way, that Twilight Guardian getting a 4 attack, like we said, super clutch. Getting up to a 4/9 in stats. Absolutely mad amounts of value there. That hero power just gives so much longevity to some of these minions that it just feels like some of these cards are worth twice over what you paid for them.
Well, Virtus.Pro now has some tough choices. They've seen firsthand how strong Brand plus Twilight Guardian can be, bringing it up to that 4/6 mark. But that's sort of the low end of brand value if you're the Dragon Priest. You can get a lot of crazy stuff off of brand value.
Right.
Then they could brand Azure Drake, which would draw them 2 cards, but leave them with no room to make other plays, stranding their brand and stranding pretty much all of their minions on board. And then the last final option is to Azure Drake first and see if they can pick something up. Azure Draking first could lead them to a Blackwing Corruptor, which would be pretty big. Power Shield's not bad.
Yeah. It effectively does the same thing as what they want to do with Twilight Guard, set up a 4/6.
Ooh.
Bran and Blackwing Corruptor over the next couple turns here. Nice, powerful swing turns, but is it too slow? I mean, one of the things is Cloud9's board is starting to snowball a little bit. They pick up a Dragon, which means Blackwing Technician can activate, and he's off the hook, or she. Oh, but this is awkward. That 4/6 is problematic. Maybe you silence it, heal the Twilight Guardian, double trade, get value trades, and then play Blackwing Technician. You're definitely vulnerable to like a follow-up Holy Nova, but you still have a really good board.
You saw Dragonfire Potion, so maybe you can put them on not having a second Holy Nova.
That's true.
That's definitely a possibility. This is starting to get. This is actually a lot closer matchup than I thought it would be, and they are going to go with that play. Silence really doesn't have too much value outside of board combat.
But that actually, because they use silence, this means that Twilight Guardian with the Brand Bronzebeard gets even stronger, assuming it gets to that point. Because of the way that the board has settled, you don't even necessarily need to Brand and Blackwing Corruptor, because most things just die to one shot anyways. So let's tune into what Virtus.Pro is thinking. Oh wow, big draws. Let's listen to what Virtus.Pro is talking about.
I wield the power.
See, if you would have used the Guardian the previous round, we wouldn't have the synergy.
It's only to Corruptor. It's 12 cards left, and we need exactly double Corruptor. Okay.
Okay, now.
Seal 3-1, go face.
I see what you mean. He has 2 Corruptors?
Mm-hmm.
I think it's fine.
pretty unlikely that he has 2 Corruptors, but
It's fine. It's fine. That's not that much worse. I'm gonna hit face, right? So I have better chance of Ragnaros.
Yeah. I mean, even if it misses, and then you can still like double trade, even if he heals up.
Let's go to face, right?
Shadow
Do you
Death,
play Brown?
Guardian, and heal. No, you don't play Brown. You wanna, like, I mean, like, their hand is pretty bad. Wait, I mean, like, if Brown dies, we are getting bonus cards,
like
like
going
non-cards. I don't like, because, we have the Operative and we have the Historian.
I like playing Bran a lot.
I don't like, because you're not gonna win the late game if you're gonna play the brand right now. If it gets Shadow Paint, how do you plan to win? With Rack and Operative and that's it, and one Historian. But if we play the Guardian right now and heal the Corruptor, just the Shadow Paint, he trades into Corruptor. If we top deck the Operative or the Historian, then we win the value game in the late game. If you play brand right now, we might not win the late game.
I think we are doing that.
Yeah.
Is someone injured?
Has he used 2 pains? He has, right?
yes.
Yes.
So I think we def, and we might. I'm considering Talent Priest and the Cleric here. Oh no, his Dragonfire Potion, right?
His Dragonfire Potion and potentially Ragnaros.
No, I can't Talent Priest the Cleric then, because Dragonfire Potion, it's a blowout. Although if I do it on the other guy, a force, it would be what, 7 health?
He gets to clear anyway.
Like Dragonfire Potion is still clear.
Yeah.
I don't think it changes that much.
The only question is, do you death the Corrupting?
I think I'm always deathing Corruptor here. Well, actually,
Dragonfire Ragnaros. Alright, ropes up.
Who knew that Dragon Priest versus Dragon Priest would be the longest match known to mankind?
I mean, it's really important junction in the series because once again, Virtus.Pro is kind of creeping up on Cloud9 with like Cloud9's running out of breathing room here. They lose this game, they only have 2 more decks before the series is over. And remember, if they lose, they're effectively just out of the league. They'll be playing the last couple of series out, but it won't be for the playoff spots.
Mm-hmm.
So they're really trying hard to win here. Don't blame them.
Yeah. And this one has come down to sort of a top deck war a little bit. We do know that Virtus.Pro has a Dragonfire Potion tucked away in their deck, and also a Rag.
Oh, big time draw.
That's a huge pickup.
well, Shadow Word Deaths have been used, so it doesn't really get as bigger than Deathwing. Onyxia has more raw stats, though. It's in the best case scenario, it's what, 14 of stats
Yeah.
versus 12.
Mm-hmm.
And you get to squeeze in something else if you have 1 mana.
Onyxia it is.
Yep. Guess you might as well just play Twilight Guardian. Because if you plan on playing Onyxia, yeah, this is a little scary for Virtus.Pro. They need to be able to fight back soon enough.
Yikes. That's probably the worst pickup in the deck at the moment.
Well, at least now they know that Cloud9 is just holding dragons. That's about it. Because Nether Spite Historian helped them get the dragon out. And they're free to play Bran. Bran should be safe, meaning that they can get full value on whatever they draw next. Unfortunately, not able to play a Twilight Whelp because they don't have another dragon in hand. So this leaves Cloud9 in a pretty good spot here. Oh.
We're on a crossroads here.
Oh, man.
Well, they know the last card in the hand is a dragon because of the activation. So maybe they can put it on a small dragon. Because if they play the Shadow Word Pain this turn, they can't Onyxia.
Right, exactly. And that's a big problem. Onyxia has better tempo, much better tempo. There's no guarantee that your opponent will be able to capitalize off of Bran. If it was Draconoid Operative, your opponent would have played it for sure.
Yeah, and they kind of want to use Onyxia as just sort of the play that ends the game. They know there's nothing in the hand that can deal with it, so make sure that they can't lose, I guess. Wow.
Now it looks like Cloud9 is going to be able to grind this one out here.
Took us 30 minutes, but we got there. Woo! Let's go listen to Cloud9 as we approach what should be the final moments of this game.
This first?
Yeah, I like to. What about you, 5-bet?
So hard to activate.
He's got no deaths and no possible way to kill this Onyxia, and it almost threatens lethal.
Yeah, Operative does 5 damage too.
5 compared to 14.
It's not that much less.
Okay. Also, Operative's worse against Ragnaros. He gets to set up the...
Mm-hmm. I think there's no way we lose if we play Onyxia and punch him in the face.
Deathwing.
He can't. He doesn't have time to play it before he dies.
No. He means the death that kills everything.
Yeah. So we play Onyxia, punch him in the face, and then if he happens to top deck Nether Spite Historian, and then he happens to get Deathwing off Nether Spite Historian.
Oh, okay. This is just... It's because of the rag, but he can't have rag right now, right?
No, he could very well have it.
He's got a 37.5% chance to top deck rag. And just be right in this game if you
I like the Onyxia.
It's like
I like Operative. I know what you're talking about. But I thought of something. The reason why is because you can. I get that he can top deck rag, but it doesn't. Like, I'll just play Onyxia into rag, and that's fine, right? Like, even if rag kills this, it's still fine, right? Like, I can still play Onyxia into rag.
I mean, this looks really good when you high roll the 1/5 drop in his deck.
I'm really scared that we don't get the dragons anymore because we have so few dragons right now to activate.
How does he kill the 8/8 with no Shadow or Death?
You are right that we probably just win through the Onyxia, but
yeah, like
I don't like taking the all in when. Should just kill him? How do we kill him here?
Yeah, let's kill him.
Actually, maybe you're right because he could Operative into our death. Yeah, maybe this is better. I don't know though, because if we don't hit playable off this thing, then it's a really weak turn, and then if he draws rag, we're just dead.
No, we can play next to a rag.
Yeah, but it's not great.
I don't know. I think we're killing him 100% of the time here.
Play run across here.
Yeah, he's dead now.
That was a genius move. Operative into Ragnaros.
Really genius.
Oh yeah, I'm so good at this game.
You don't question the crow when he's in the zone.
Don't question the Crow when he's in the zone.
That's right, man.
I like how both Firebat and Tides were like just slamming next to you. StrifeCro goes. Bam. Draconid Operative. And he says, I think I thought of something.
No.
No.
I think I thought of something.
Not even trying to like argue anymore. He's just like, I don't care what you guys are saying anymore. I'm just gonna do my own thing.
I have an idea.
I thought of something. We don't even know what he thought of. He never even said it.
Yeah.
He just kept saying the same things to justify the play over and over again. But to be honest, pretty much anything that they did there would have resulted in a victory. So now Cloud9 comes back in the series a little bit. It's now 3-2, but Virtus.Pro gets the option, not the option, they're forced to try and find a counter to the Dragon Priest. Probably going to see Reno Warlock.
Yeah, Reno Warlock seems to be a good strategy here. They could also
Pirate Warrior.
Go with Warrior. They feel like it's a good option as well.
Hunter and Druid, probably not. I think it's between Warlock and Warrior. There's a chance again that Virtus.Pro, like last week, goes with the went with the Zoo. They had Zoo in their lineup last week. So if that's the case, then maybe, I don't even know if Zoo beats the new Dragon Priest. Probably.
Most likely not.
Well, I don't know. It's still the same amount of tools. Like Draconid Operative is what's changed, and Draconid Operative is terrible against Zoo because
it's true.
You can't find too many good options, I don't think.
Yeah, I guess you're right. You know, I'm trying to think about like the impact of Dragonfire Potion, but it really wouldn't get there, huh?
They don't even have Dragonfire Potion in their deck.
I don't know. Maybe the Talon Priest is too much to overcome.
Oh yeah, maybe the Talon Priest.
It's a huge boon.
Again, against fast matchups with Dragon Priest, it all depends on the early curve. If the
but they're
Zoo
really
gets
good
on the
at the
board.
early curve now. They're really good at it.
Yeah. All right. Well, we'll see what Warlock they brought this week. They did have a bad time on the Zoo last week, so maybe they were traumatized.
Yeah, I mean, also Potion of Madness, can't forget. Potion of Madness is really powerful against Zoo, especially like Imp Gang Boss and some of these other high-value cards.
Yeah. Pirate Warrior is good against Dragon Priest, though, which is kind of interesting because at the beginning of the Pirate Warrior meta, a lot of players started to play Dragon Priest because it countered Warrior. But now the Warrior decks are much more minion-heavy. They tend to be able to just get the weapons going early and deal with all of the minions that the Dragon Priest can throw out there. But it is going to be Reno Warlock this week for Virtus.Pro. So we'll see if they can get it done.
Yeah, it's always interesting to see what these guys are going to vary between decks from week to week. But it doesn't seem like Reno Warlock has rotated out for the most part. It's very, very powerful still.
Yep. They get Kazakus early on, but this match was kind of about getting big threats early on. Finding the Twilight Drake is important, finding the Mountain Giant. With Double Death and Silence, though, maybe, that's not going to be as reliable of a win condition for Warlock. But still, Reno Warlock has to be considered a favorite here.
Okay, so not much of an early curve for Priest. Warlock's still looking for those really important Twilight Drakes. I guess Twilight Guardian seems to be the best. I don't think Deathwing Dragonlord's ever really a viable pick that much for Priest.
No, they need a play before turn 5.
Yeah, they're not exactly a class that can hold very often. They're more of a class that floods.
Well, it does look like this is the combo version for Virtus.Pro, as we see Faceless Manipulator as well as Power Overwhelming already in the hand. They also run Blast Crystal Potion. So probably missing some of the, anti-aggro tools in the deck. I suppose you can afford to do that in the case of Trinity Series, where you basically get to choose when your decks come out. Unless you sort of get to the end when you don't have many matchups left or you feel like throwing it out at the beginning, but...
Yep, true that.
True that!
I mean, I just kind of like cycling here, although I can understand like the value of holding on to it. StrifeCro tends to be a little bit greedier, so if he doesn't want to Shadow Power Shield here, I don't blame him, but at the same time, I think this is not a traditional matchup. You're not trying to fight for value, you're trying to fight for aggression.
StrifeCro and Life Coach constantly battle it out for the title of greediest player alive. I do think at this point in time I'd give it to StrifeCro. Sometimes StrifeCro does things that are the greediest things I've ever seen. But let's go ahead and listen into Virtus.Pro. See how they're playing this Arena Warlock game.
I like the Guardian.
Yeah. We are a group deck.
The little girl takes care of the imps, so.
Yeah.
We're not
Well, plus we need an answer for Doomsayer too. Kind of, not really. I don't like pain. Sucks. Bad play.
I mean, MK Boss doesn't do anything. He's sitting there
It
staring
doesn't
at
do
his phone,
enough.
crying.
Yeah. We even have the Holy Nova Day. It helps if it really comes down to it too.
All right.
At last, a worthy disciple.
That's a bad one. Yes, we don't have. We don't need. It's, I guess. Can't use demons here because we're just gonna withdraw.
So it's either freeze or health.
Many possibilities.
Huh?
It's either freeze or health.
It's freeze, right? Because yeah, we don't need health because we're not gonna have minions on the board. So yeah, it's freeze. And deal for damage. Yeah. And don't attack.
And then you just chill, yeah.
Could have played Mount Giant this turn.
Yes.
Yeah, no one's gonna play Kazakus or Mount Giant if it's weak to death because you're trying to play Brand Kazakus. This means that there are no other 4-drop play. It's like the worst 4-drop play, I think. Let's play Operative. Mess them up. We have Northshire Holy Nova combo too for later.
Secret agent coming.
1 mana cards are pretty good for Priest.
Powered Shield, Cleric.
Powered Shield.
Inner Fire.
Oh yeah, that's pretty scary. Inner Fire is so good in this matchup.
Like, Earthen Ring, man.
Get the double draw with Cleric.
Get some dank trades.
We already have heal.
You also get double draw with Cleric.
Yeah, double draw with Cleric, dank
I'm
trades.
assuming Cleric's gonna combo Nova though. I really like Peddler more.
You want to hit Inner Fire.
I want to hit Powered Shield.
We got 2 of those.
What?
Why do we need a third? Powered Shield.
They cycle. They can't have enough Powered Shields. I'd run 15 Powered Shields and 15 Dragons.
Huh? 15, that's
the perfect kind of arena lock. 15 Powered Shield, 15 Dragons. What can they do?
What happens when you draw
Your
only
Powered Shield? Just think about it. Your Powered Shield is like their life tap. It's the same thing except it costs 1 mana and gives you 2 life. It's so good. Actually, not really. It's all the same. This is good. I would definitely agree with you guys if I didn't have Holy Nova. But because I have Holy Nova, I don't agree.
Well, good pickup by Virtus.Pro. Twilight Drake is.
Are we just gonna ignore what StrifeCro debated with his teammates?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm just kidding. We can talk about it.
It don't sound so disappointed.
How
I
does
thought that was quality entertainment.
How does it make you feel when StrifeCro goes on tangents like that?
I always feel like he's like StrifeCro. If you just let him talk, he's gonna say ridiculous stuff like that. You just need to rein him in a little bit. 15 Power Shields and 15 Dragons. I mean, I get why he likes that card. Everyone likes that card. It's very good. But 15? StrifeCro, you're crazy.
That'd be a good tavern brawl.
Crazy.
Be a good tavern brawl.
It would be a good tavern brawl. In fact, that can be a tavern brawl in top 2 or top 3 or whatever it is.
No, you know what you could call it? 15 Power Shields and 15 Dragons.
Yeah, or just call it top 2. Because that's essentially what it is.
Then you get random dragons.
So I wonder what a StrifeCro's top 2 deck is in Tavern Brawl. It has to be like Azure Drakes and Power Shields. Because that just screams StrifeCro to me. This is really nuts, by the way. Having the face of Shambler come out here. That's looking like a wall that can't be moved.
They can even faceless it next turn if it's not dealt with. No Shadow or Death currently for Cloud9.
Where's your power word shields now, Strife?
Yeah, this is.
Yeah, we can.
They're gonna need to dig.
He's getting his power shield. Yeah, it's just funny to me, you know. After all this, power shield helps you dig to the deck.
Dig,
so,
dig.
Yeah, it's really, really effective. It picks up Shadow or Death.
Let's see. Nope. Actually, Faceless next turn is probably going to be the play. Faceless and hit him for 16.
Yeah, for sure. Unless they're afraid that the card stolen was like Twisting Nether, but they already drew it, so it's unlikely.
Yeah, Twisting Nether was actually drawn on turn 2.
And thank goodness they did, right? Otherwise.
Yeah, I don't think.
Mind Vision! Yo, Mind Vision the Twisting Nether. Let's go. Yes!
Oh!
Yes! Give it to me.
No. They got the Kazakus potion, though. That's
but
cool.
It's not a good Kazakus potion.
Yeah, that's a pretty terrible Kazakus potion, actually.
Oh, man. I got really hyped for 1 second, dude.
But now they actually do have to be afraid of...
Dude, can you imagine how, like, tilted Firebat would have been and Strifeco, how hyped Strifeco would have been?
Yeah. Oh, my goodness.
Would be like, what on earth are you doing? Strifeco would be like, dude, I had an idea.
I thought of something.
I thought of something. And Virtus.Pro would just be bamboozled.
I'm bamboozled.
Dude, that was one. Oh, man. I really wanted him to get that Twisting now. That would have been so epic. Oh, my goodness.
Well, now this changes things a little bit because Virtus.Pro has to keep that in their mind now.
So many possibilities.
Mind Vision.
So 1 and 7.
Yeah, so focusing back on this play here. So they saw their opponent play Mind Vision. I bet they're afraid. They're actually afraid of Twisting.
They're mousing over it, too.
They're afraid of it, dude. I know they are.
I guess Emperor Thor's hand is sort of like the safer option. And since they attack first, it looks like that's going to be it. They're actually even trading into the Northshire Cleric.
Yeah, they're playing around Twisting Nether because they...
Ah, no, there we go.
Oh, okay, they're not.
All right, well, let's go listen to Cloud9 and see how they're planning on dealing with this board.
Anyways.
We could bump, potion, double freeze.
Yeah,
Or
develop something to start contesting the next wave. Or we could rag flip one, but we're likely in an unrecoverable position if we utilize the Ragnaros.
Ragnaros, like, we're dead most of the time, even if it hits.
Yeah, that's what I just said.
Wow. So do we just play Talon Priest on empty board after? We can't play Talon Priest first, right? Or we
Yeah, we do it after.
I guess I'm going for that.
I like that play. And then we could either top deck a Death or operate into Hellfire or something. Hope he doesn't have Spellbreaker for the Mountain Giant.
Yeah, I think that seems
If you
fine.
guess the Dragon Fury potion, that's fine. Yeah, tap Emperor.
Unlucky.
Mind Vision.
It would have been worse if they would have gotten, received the Twisted Nether. So yeah, that's fine.
Of course, yes.
The 8/8s?
Indeed.
There's no
He's
way for me to
faceless.
kill, Emperor, right?
Not unless you're planning on top decking Death.
Yeah. Okay. So Corruptor, trade, Talon Priest, the Corruptor.
Or you
Then
could
we
just
play Northshire
Ragnaros. You could
here.
Ragnaros flip as well, but
I hate Ragnaros here. He's all big card removal still.
alright.
Yeah, let's do that. So I do like playing cleric out as well. We have a Drake for refuel, and we're gonna All right, let's do that.
I wield the power.
He doesn't have Faceless anymore, right? So Leroy PO's 10, 15. Drax is probably in his deck too. 4 damage AoE freeze potion. That's okay for now.
Well, Virtus.Pro is a lot of situational cards. Strifecrow mentioned in their little chats there about they have all hard removal left for big cards. That's why he didn't want to play Rag. But I just want to point out something, Dan. I love Cloud9's dynamic. They're like one big, dysfunctional, sometimes happy family.
Yeah, it reminds me a lot of my childhood. It's very nice.
Womp womp.
Oh, you're joking. Yeah, me too.
I'm so sorry,
I was
Dan.
joking too,
I'm so
dude.
sorry, Dan.
Yeah, the lulls and stuff.
This is getting really tough for Cloud9.
Yeah, it's getting awkward. Now, if you'll excuse me, I'm going to go cry in the shower so I can't tell if I'm crying.
No, it's not awkward. 2 Emperor ticks.
Nothing, because I'm 12. Oh, 2 Emperor ticks. Well, yeah, actually, a really good hand to discount. Just the fact that everything is absurdly cheap. You've got Twisting Nether at 6. You can Twisting Nether Reno, which is like the ultimate comeback. Basically start fresh.
Mm-hmm.
And then you have really cheap Bran with like free Dark Peddlers to find more power overwhelmings, which can also fit into more combo stuff. They already use a Face Manipulator, but who cares if you have like a lot of power overwhelming stuff to combo with just Leroy in general.
Yeah. They could actually potentially get 3 ticks here if this Rag goes face, and it does.
Jeez.
Yeah.
So they can siphon
from 4 mana.
5 mana left. Gives them the ability to also trade. So they can just Bran and Dark Peddler.
Bran, Peddler, Siphon Soul.
Even tap. Maybe a little bit too ambitious. Ah, no, it's fine. It's fine. You can even tap.
Yeah.
Not first, though. Let's go ahead and listen to Virtus.Pro. They have a ton of options.
We siphon the Rag, and then we play Reno Jackson.
Yeah.
Without tapping.
You can use potion.
But do we want to
Keeping
play
the
straight
Siphon
of
Soul.
the Emperor?
But wanna get the Emperor, yeah. So yeah, just Siphon Soul.
I'm stupid, sorry.
Wanna trade.
I like trade. Why not?
Yeah, why not? Not like they run more cards.
Yeah, I got so confused once again because yeah, I thought Twisted Nether is the one for 6 mana, and I thought like how we're gonna play the Drina. It's already 6 o'clock in the morning, so yeah, sorry.
Yeah, no. When we have the late matches, not very good, but
Operative kills it. I want to say Bran Operative.
Operative is also harder for him to remove on board.
Yeah.
Coil's already gone.
Coil's gone.
Holy Nova's gone. If we go
Coil's gone, then it's not
we
that
could
good.
have Blackwing Corruptor. If we go Corrupt, or if we go Operative.
Shadow or Death.
Yeah, we have Shadow or Death with Ezra Drake as well. If we go
Let's play
Operative,
Drake.
we only have Demon Wrath and Hellfire, and they're both pretty crap anyway. I say high roll with Drake.
Let's high roll this. Got a death.
Yeah.
That's good, right?
Do we ever
Better than not deathing, I think.
Better than not deathing, right?
Yeah.
Probably.
Yeah.
We play well. We play one well.
Yeah, we can't really play around Dirty Rat because we need to kill that Reno, right?
Play one, right? So we need to save second one
Yeah,
for operative.
we save one for sure.
And the one is the break point because we need to contest the arena. Yeah.
That was Abyssal.
Well, Virtus.Pro still has a ton of options. A 4-mana Abyssal Enforcer. A 1-mana Bran.
Yeah,
a free Dark Peddler.
Way too cheap. Way too cheap. They've gotten a lot of value already. Yeah, Voodoo Doctor can help. Second Power Overwhelming. Although Reliquary Seeker has the case too. In fact, I think you can actually make it a 9/9 right now. If you play Dirty Rat, Voodoo Doctor, and Reliquary Seeker, that's a full board.
Yeah, but do they want to play Dirty Rat? They're going to with PO.
I mean, they can pretty much kill it. Guaranteed. It's a 9/9. What is Dragon Beast going to do with a 9/9?
Nothing.
They already used Shadow Word Death.
Yeah, they're actually thinking about the Dirty Rat, just mousing over a little bit.
Yeah.
All right, well, let's see. Cloud9's going to be hoping for Demon Wrath of some form. Let's listen in.
Raxus is in their deck. Got a Demon Wrath, which...
It does something.
It's pretty good.
Demon Wrath, Shadow Word Pain?
Yeah. The thing is, if we take Drax, we can never play because we have no AoE, right?
Yeah.
So we're just gonna be facing 15 damage on board every turn if we don't take the Demon Wrath here.
I think we're just praying Draxus is his very last card. That's our best shot at winning.
What are we praying for? How do we win?
Draxus is his very last card. Maybe there's a possibility to win then.
And then we
well, you still need to win the board somehow.
Yeah.
No, he runs out of minions, right? Basically.
This is, of course, assuming he runs out of minions.
Assuming that he runs out of minions and he has all removal spells and Drax last card, then maybe we can hit our Bran plus Nether Spite Historian and muster up enough value to rush down Draxus after. and while Fatigue is ticking at him because last card, you know? Okay, it makes sense. I'll play for that.
Alright, then play the Farseer.
Just don't kill yourself. That's it.
Put it to 7 HP though, and he's out of Blasting Crystal and Siphon Souls. He's out of Mortal Coils as well, so he can't like Hellfire Mortal Coil.
So we just not play the Whelp then, still?
Yeah, I think we save
because we have to have Whelp to win the game, right? To have the Discover cards, or else there's just 0% chance to win. It's enough to contest the board. It's a 4/7 and a 2/3.
What is our game plan to win? Deathwing?
Our game plan to win is hope Drax's last card and hope his hands removal, and then try to fatigue him, but try to muster up enough like dragon stuff to rush him down. Like
Deathwing could work too.
We only have one Discover card left, and that's Nether Spite Historian.
We played one. Well, I guess that's our plan.
Already played 2 Draconid Operatives and 1 Nether Spite Historian. The only way I see we win this is Deathwing in him, so I think we need to hold the dragon for Deathwing.
So we save the Whelp.
Yeah, I like saving it.
We also need to live for 2 turns somehow, though, so there's that.
Yeah, his Lyra Jenkins in hand, Twisting Nether, Demon Wrath.
Right.
Below the...
Silence, Lyra, kill pillow. It's easier.
Alright. I was gonna do a bit of Kazakus potion, but yeah. Wow, such BM.
Is it BM?
I don't know. They knew this game was over, we knew the game was over.
So now they have to give Rogue... no, Drew.
It's coming up on the wee hours here, TJ. Naaman's up at, what,
6 a.m. he said.
Now?
Woo!
It's absurd. It's so late there in Kazakhstan, yet he's up playing, and he's up next still. He's got Reno Warlock, and I guess Cloud9 can queue up Druid and see if Reno can beat that. With combo Reno, you can actually win that game, but then after that, then Druid gets targeted by, I think, Rogue or Shaman. Oh, sorry, he didn't have either of those. Those were banned. It can get targeted by Hunter or Warrior, and those are going to be really problematic moving forward.
Yeah. I think this is, you know, not a checkmate scenario for Virtus.Pro, but checkmate as far as matchups go. If we were to play Hearthstone via whatever matchup was favored, won the game, then they would win. But that's not how it goes. This is Hearthstone. Anything can happen.
Yeah, I mean, you can never really count out the teams in general. I think that goes without saying. So coming into this, with Rogue still available to Cloud9, they still have a very good chance. Rogue is one of the decks to sweep. When I say good chance, I mean they actually have a competitive chance. I don't mean that they're favored or they're even. I think that the chances of them winning are about 15 to 20% of the series or less, maybe even 10%.
There's a Pirate Warrior.
Yeah, but you're acting like Rogue can't win or Druid can't win.
They can. It's 100%.
You're just okay. Yeah, and it's really unfavored, but it's possible to win.
Yeah, I think it's like 70-30. So it's 30% is actually a reasonable chance if you're talking about like overall. It's one of the worst matchups, but again,
yeah,
it's Hearthstone. Early Van Cleef, you get a 10-10 Van Cleef on like turn 3, turn 4. Sometimes you can just race them 3 shots. But let's go ahead and take a look at some statistics that we've compiled for you guys on these two teams. It's class wins for each one. This is updated to reflect today's game, so Virtus.Pro has gotten a little bit of a boost from Priest, but it still stands for them that Priest has been one of their most successful classes thus far in the Trinity Series. Cloud9, their overall wins are pretty low, but they've had a lot of success with Warlock in the past couple weeks, especially since they started teching in the Hog Rider.
Yeah, the Hog Riders seem to work out okay for them. Seems like Cloud9's even across the board, but remember, these teams don't have many wins in general because they are 7th and 8th place in the league. So playing it through, just right now, they're just trying to fight for a position to get into the top 6, and then from there, they can fight from top 6 to top 4. That can happen in the next 2 weeks, assuming either of these teams put themselves in the right position and follow through with their win.
Yeah. Don't need to win out completely, as we mentioned earlier. There is a chance that even if they lose, that they can win via tiebreakers, but it's very, very, very unlikely. Pretty much there's only one permutation of standings that allows them that to happen, and then they would need the game score to be able to win a tiebreaker. So we'll see. But right now, it's up to Cloud9. That's what we're waiting on right now. Cloud9 had to pick a deck moving forward to try and counter this Reno Warlock with. Trying to go through the matchups in their head and see which one, even though Druid and Rogue probably both favorable matchups against Reno, which one is going to put them in the best standing to win the match.
Sure. So game number 7, excuse me. We've been casting a ton of games today.
Yeah.
It's a lot. It's coming up. We're just waiting for the players to get everything ready, technically set up. It takes a lot to get everything underway in the Trinity Series. All the classes and the players have to switch, who's going to be piloting, and then we have to get all this comms set up and whatnot. So we're just trying to make sure it's all pretty and nice for you guys. Otherwise, it'll just be chaotic.
Yeah, we have to send our sound guys to their houses so we can get them mic'd up and ready for the listenings. It's logistically tough having to have, like 8 people that we hire that have to fly all around Europe each week in order to be at these guys' houses and mic them up. But it's something that we're willing to sacrifice for you guys.
You work so hard, TJ. I envy you.
I do, yeah. Thanks, I think. All right, game number 7. Let's do it.
All right, so let's see here. Wild Growth is good. I think Jade Idol you can just throw back, even though it's something that you really want later on. I wonder if you throw back Mulch at all. Maybe you keep Wild Growth and Mulch, and then you toss back the rest. Meanwhile, Virtus.Pro already made the decision. They're going to have Doomsayer and Twilight Drake. Pretty good opening.
And Kazakis.
Yeah, that's kind of what you need in order to be competitive in this matchup. You need to be able to have a curve. You're probably not going to play Doomsayer, especially since you're on the play, and you can tap all the way onto Twilight Drake. You can tap twice, turns 2 and 3, and then play Twilight Drake as a 4/9. There is a possibility that you play Kazakis Potion so you can play Twilight Drake on the following turn, but I don't think that's really going to happen.
Ooh.
This might complicate stuff. Mountain Giant.
Yeah, they can go tap on turn 3, then Twilight Drake on turn 4, and then tap Mountain Giant on turn 5. Spellbreaker, probably not going to find too many uses in this matchup, but Mind Control Tech can definitely help swing some board states later on.
All right, so Cloud9 already shows that they have some variance or varied deck lists compared to others. You know, you see Living Roots, for example. That's not always in every Jade Druid list. You see Raven Idol sometimes go in and out. You see 1 or 2 mulches, depending on how they've banned or how they prepare to ban. Cloud9 has the mulch on the 4/9 Twilight Drake and follow up with a Wild Growth as well. So things are looking up pretty good right now for C9. They just have to play stronger minions in the following turns. Let's listen in and see what they're up to.
Nourish or Drake, because Drake is better. Nourish is better because we'll just simply have everything we need and we'll have more mana. Drake is better because we'll have more mana combo with Drake. So that's already 5 cards better. If we don't get anything, then it's better to cycle it, like wait till 5 more turns.
So it's better to do it 7 out of 22 times?
But that's for 5 turns. Like, you know what I mean? Like, we need
Yeah. If you don't draw it over 5 turns. But yeah, maybe it is better to just use it. I could go either way. My instinct tells me to just save it, though.
That's a long time
important in the matchup.
5 turn. Start the mulch and think about it. Let's see. I think I should play it.
Go for
There's
it,
also the thing about Jade Blossom that gives you closer to 10 to cycle it, but there's also rats that cycle too in this deck.
There's a possibility of playing Doomsayer right now.
By TB, you want to play Stampede Coda?
I'm actually thinking about playing Stampede Coda. We're still we can get the value from the Behemoth here.
It's gonna be Mystery Stop.
I wanna play the Giant or Doomsayer. Mystery Stab, Doomsayer.
Or Coda. I like Coda more.
I don't like Coda. Like the Giant is pretty much the same. Coda we can use on Behemoth. I think we play.
Coda you can't use on Behemoth. It's 3 HP.
Yeah, so you wanna use it right now? I want to play Doomsayer. And then play Giant on the
I'm sure it's not Doomsayer.
It's not Doomsayer, never.
Okay, so Giant and Mistress then.
So many possibilities.
Yeah, that or Kodo. One of these 2 options. Whatever you like better.
Giant is more pressure.
Trust me.
Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't complain if we found it. I think we cycle that.
Cycle that, right?
Yeah, for sure.
Just cycle it first on the 8/8.
Yep.
What if we cycle on the 2/2 and punch the 8/8? Nah, we have to use the Innervate. Our
Punch
board's
it
not
with
worth
what?
anything. I was thinking Feral Rage. I don't think our board's worth anything.
Yeah, it's not. Let's just cycle it on 8/8.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not even good at seeing it. Like, I don't even see them we were talking about. Let's see.
They run Shambler and Faceless.
We have to kill this immediately.
Yep.
Mhm.
So
We
you can
get
either
4 life
fill
back.
rage this for 5, 6, 7.
What if we swipe Living Roots, trade the 1/1?
Swipe Living Roots, trade the 1/1.
I
Let's
like-
say there's 8 damage.
I like Fair Age Living Roots on the 8/7, then 1/1 into 8/7, then 2/3 into 2/2.
Save ourselves the damage, I think. Swipe.
We only take 4 damage that way, but
Oh, did we?
yeah, because Mr. So make sure you gives
Oh,
you
you're
4
right.
back.
Yeah. Maybe I think you're right. But what would our board be? Same thing or
Same
what?
thing.
Same thing. So now we have a Fair Age instead of Swipe.
Mm-hmm. About 4. Yeah. I think you're right. I think 8 would be too much, though.
Lots of debate happening early on in this game. Virtus.Pro has had both of their threats answered quite well by Cloud9, and that makes it so got to play this game the old-fashioned way. Not going to sneak any wins by having an unanswered Mountain Giant.
Yeah, you can't really just bully your way in. But they have a lot of options at disposal. They can Kodo, they can play Kazakus. They can't really tap though under those conditions because both of them leave too many cards in the hand or not enough mana.
Yeah, I mean, I just like the Kodo. That thing's hard to get value from. The only time you're gonna get value from that is like the second Jade or Jade Spirit.
Or if on the off chance they're playing Thaunos like we saw yesterday.
Yeah. Ooh.
Double Drew the Claw. This list reminds me a lot of the one that Dog posted where he played an Open Cup. He had 2 Drew the Claws. I think he cut one of the Ancient of Wars. And that Living Roots is very reminiscent of it too. So I'm actually pretty convinced that this is the same list. Looks like StrifeCro is spreading out the Drew the Claw taunts here. Making sure that he can stagger his threats over 2 turns.
Yeah, and he's actually going to go ahead and hit in with this Shapeshift. That way they can kill it over 2 turns if this Stampede Kodo were to trade in. Yeah, I like this.
Yeah, it's kind of weak to anything that can help him do single target damage, like Shadow Bolt plus trade, and then you could like develop behind it. I think what you're really afraid of as Druid is if Warlock plays something that's really hard to deal with.
But there's really not that many things anymore.
That's true.
That are hard to deal with. Twilight Drake's gone. Mountain Giant's gone. Which also makes, by proxy, Faceless Shambler bad. Because outside of a PO, it's really hard to find, you know, anything that's going to help them. They took 5. Which is intriguing to me because it shows that they want to pressure.
Yeah, they took what looks like to be deal 5 damage, deal 4 damage to AoE. I think that's the case here.
That's weird.
It is certainly a little unusual because you get to see 10 mana potions being picked a lot because when Jeet gets spammed, then you're trying to answer the board. But I think Virtus.Pro is trying to do the exact same thing as what Dragon Priest did to them, which is be proactive and try to see if you can pressure your opponent into buckling. Like, they don't really have enough to keep up with all the threats that you're putting out. But the problem is that Reno Lock's not really tapping very much.
Yeah, that's true. They needed to find a little bit more card economy. Let's go and listen into Cloud9 and see how they're going to handle us with dwindling resources.
And the Blossom.
It seems like a bit of an overextension.
Okay. Do you like Feral Rage more?
Nothing in our hand, yeah. I don't know. I don't know if Feral Rage or Blossom's better, but
we could do Feral Rage and Blossom, not play Druid of the Claw. It plays around Hellfire slightly more, I guess.
I don't like that. Is it good actually?
Or Abyssal.
Like Abyssal and Hellfire are pretty big blowouts.
So what about Feral Rage Recall? Is that good against Abyssal?
No. Then he just trades and plays Abyssal.
Oh man.
We don't have any counterplay against Abyssal. It just blows us out of the water.
I don't know, yeah. Can we even beat Abyssal if we don't play it? Like, no matter what, we're bad against it, right?
Yes.
Best play against Abyssal...
To just hold back Drew the Claw, or just like...
Even if you hold back Drew the Claw, he doesn't have to play Abyssal, and he plays any threat, and we're behind.
Yeah, exactly. It's just, I don't see a good way. I understand what you guys are saying about Abyssal, but I don't see a way around it either.
I like this play.
Potion, double trade. Do we really want to double
Potion, mortal card.
Other play is Demon Rust Potion.
You...
I'm not sure about double trade, maybe go face.
I just tap him.
To tap and trade one of them and go face with the other.
But if we trade, yeah, we're playing. They already used one swipe. Maybe trading is better.
I like trade.
And just, yeah, 5 is gonna be resistant to swipe and to wrath. Yeah, to wrath.
Okay.
Yeah, like trade.
Cloud9's getting nothing left.
Yeah, this is one of the potential ways Jade Drew just loses in general. Just runs out of resources because they're done ramping too much. You know, Wild Growth, Jade Blossom, Innervates, and it's like, well, I actually need substance. I don't really have much going besides just a couple of just a couple of Jade cards. This Jade Spirit is only, what, 3/3?
Yeah, 3/3. Jade Spirit that gets challenged on board by the 3/1.
Not impressive at all. Virtus.Pro really needs to find a way to tap, though, because right now things are kind of awkward. Too many cards.
They have, like, nothing to play on the board. That's...
Yeah, speaking of no substance, right?
Yeah.
Tap. I guess they have Farseer.
There's something. That's going to help them a lot moving forward.
Mm-hmm.
So now they can opt to play Earthring Farseer value trade over the 2/3. Or they could just take the trade into the 3/3 and even, like, play the Spellbreaker. But it looks like they're going to value just to heal the face, get the 3/3 on the board, trade over the strongest minion. They understand Cloud9 has 0 resources left. Azure Drake is a welcome sight.
Yeah, sure.
Into Jade Behemoth. I'll take it.
The MC tech's already played, so you don't have to worry about that. You are extending into Shadow Flame.
But
at this point, I don't think you get to complain very much.
Yeah. If they hold on to this, it means that maybe they're trying to space out their threats a little bit for AoE, and also maybe trying to hold on the coin for Gadgetzan Auctioneer. If they realize that the only way they're going to win this game is if their next card is Gadgetzan Auctioneer and they have the coin to get an extra draw, then that could also be something that they're thinking about. Virtus.Pro has tapped a lot, so the likelihood that they have some type of AoE that they can favorably trade on the board is actually pretty high. The Jade is a 4/4.
Time waits for no one.
I do like putting at the Jade Behemoth because I think you're in a bad enough spot. Like, you're definitely not going to outvalue your opponent over time. I don't care how long you hold on to this Jade Behemoth. I guess if you hold on to it, it's like a hold for Bran. But
that's also true,
you're just kind of going to even lose on board right here. I don't know. It's like you're just stuck with an Azure Drake. So once again, you're like letting your opponent take board initiative, and your Jade Behemoth gets worse. Oh, wow. Dirty Rat. Dirty Rat's pretty encouraged right here because your opponent just spent so long passing on 5 mana. If he had nothing else, he would have certainly just passed immediately.
Yeah, both Jade Spirits are gone, so they can expect, like, Aya or Jade Behemoth or... I don't know, but they're going to go for it.
I like this play. You can follow it with Sylvanas, too. You can tap Sylvanas. That's pretty powerful. Then no matter how your opponent trades up, you'll be able to grab something of value from your opponent.
Yeah. I like it. Blast Crystal Potion, too. At these late stages in the game, Blast Crystal Potion's basically just 4 mana hard removal. Oh,
there
picked up the Nourish.
Huge pickup from Cloud9. Before, they just really didn't have a chance, and now they do. If they can pick up more Crawl Trial, they also do. So Cloud9 is back in it. Let's tune in and find out how they're feeling.
What do you guys think here?
I mean, it's either Jade Idol or Coin Behemoth. I'm leaning towards Behemoth. I don't like playing nothing. What do you think about that?
I guess I'm leaning towards Behemoth to double trade. So if you have another move, you have until the rope to convince me.
I don't see anything better.
Do we have any like top deck spells that might change our play? I like the
no mana though, and it's too late now with the rope to play Gadget.
Well, we're not playing Gadget.
Yeah, we're definitely not playing Gadget here ever.
Question is how we want to deal with Sylvanas in the future about it. But this is a lot of stats at the table, so we're committing to giving him something. But the way
we can Faceless Sylvanas and Shadow Flame it. Shadow Flame Faceless.
Trade with Gambas.
Yeah.
We have 2 mana left. I like Leroy Shadow Flame. I think we're gonna get more. Let me like OTK. We're not close to it. I like Leroy Shadow Flame.
It's just giving a per combo, right?
Yeah, I mean like Faceless Shambler, we can use it with PO. That's fine.
Yeah, I guess.
Could do agree.
I guess
I like
Leroy
my
Shadow
play more,
Flames.
but you pilot.
So right now their burst is 7 damage with PO Hellfire or PO Abyssal.
We don't shuffle this idol, right? We go draw first with Innervate.
Yeah, we're drawing first with Innervate.
This is the first idol, man.
Play the idol first.
Well,
I don't think we're killing these things. We're just
we
trying
have
to
another
play.
living roots in our deck.
Yeah.
All right, so is there any way we could kill the Sylvanas and develop the living roots?
I don't know. I'm running out of time.
Wait, okay. Yeah, whatever. Just go. Could have tried to maybe Wrath for 1 and try and find Innervate, make roots, and then swipe.
Time waits for no one.
I guess that looks fine as far as the play this turn.
That seemed about as good as we could get.
Yeah,
Makes
doesn't
another draw
seem
stand
fine
out.
for winning the game, but seems fine for playing this turn out.
Well, yeah, I mean, they kind of summed it up. I guess it's as good as it's going to get for them, but it's still going to be tough for them to win. They're so low at the moment, and
Right.
Virtus.Pro just has so many tools with the Sylvanas on the board. So right now, it sort of depends on how Virtus.Pro wants to leverage the Sylvanas. This might be the last chance that they get to like steal something impactful.
Yeah,
So maybe that's
like
a consideration.
Gadget Sand, but might be a little excessive because they don't have any spells. Maybe just stealing the 5/5 for raw stats.
Yeah.
I don't mind taking the Gadget Sand, though. It just puts a lot of pressure onto your opponent, even if you're not going to necessarily use it.
Yeah. One thing I actually didn't really like the use of the Leroy for Shadow Flame because that severely limits Virtus.Pro's reach in this game. I don't think they're going to win a long game where, you know, they try and muscle out the board, especially if Cloud9 can find a turn like right now where they can clear and develop at the same time. So we'll see if that affects them as we move forward. But it's still definitely Virtus.Pro's advantage.
Yeah, you know, Virtus.Pro kind of hesitating to see if they wanted to play face a Shambler there. Definitely don't blame them for hesitating because it's not a very good minion when you play a 4-mana 5/3.
Double Living Roots also is in Cloud9's deck. They had double Druid Claw, an Ancient of War, and double Living Roots. They're digging.
Yeah, Jade Blossom's not going to be helpful here. Swipe only removes 2 or 5 power at most. I guess 4 because you generate a 1/1 token.
Kind of relegated to swipe idle though, just to.
You leave Bran up?
Oh, that's so.
You know, it actually works out okay. Brand's not really that threatening, but
Yeah.
it's still a pretty awkward situation here. Not over yet, though. Still not over. There's a decent amount of gas in Cloud9's hand. I have 12, 1 damage off lethal.
Ooh.
By my count.
Yeah, they can make some interesting things happen here with PO, Shambler, and Spellbreaker.
Yeah, that's always cute.
Or they could just PO, trade over, like PO, then Faceless Shambler, and then trade over the minion, and not worry about Spellbreaking it, just like clear off the minion and, you know, try and get through that way. That's probably the best way to, you know, start developing big stuff.
Yeah, there's also Q plays, you know, Power Overwhelming, trade, silence your own, or sorry, Power Overwhelming, Faceless Shambler, silence after you trade, so that way you get like maximum value off of it. A little bit over the top, though. Just go for this easy play of clearing the board. And they're just going for a very safe approach here.
Starting to chip away.
Yeah. Ancient of War, Jade Blossom would just be death. So let's listen to what is looking like Cloud9's last turn.
I mean, we have to just pray no Siphon. We don't have a choice.
Should we play Blossom or Idle Hero Power? Idle Hero Power loses that 1 against Siphon. But I mean, do we ever win from that position anyways?
I can't think of a single possible way unless we have Yogg.
Well, let's see. We would still have a 7/7 on board either way. So if he siphons and doesn't have 1, then we still trade 7/7 for 5/5, but we still have...
We've used double
2
swipe, double
minions.
wrath, double roots.
We could top deck another taunt. Like Behemoth. Like if we have Siphon and we go Ancient War, Jade Idol, and then we top deck Jade Behemoth, and we have a 7/7 trade for the 5/5. I think I'd go for it. Like, either way, we probably lose, but I think this is slightly better over the Yeah. Like we.
Alright. Siphon, go.
Did it reveal the spell breaking before in the previous game?
I have no idea, but they know we play Siphon. We did not play this well. Hippie was right all along. Nyman and I just screwing it up.
Right about what?
About the way we should have played this.
Hippie was right the whole time.
Yeah, how should they have played that then? But I guess that's the power of having multiple players on your team. You get to talk it over through and think through all the plays. But then it's also the downside. If you have a majority that agrees with the losing line or the worst play, then you try to try to side with the majority. Then you're in for a bad time. And it's interesting to hear opinions go up against each other. Dr. Hippie really trying to get his opinion in there. Didn't really matter. They still took a win. And now we are stuck with what could be the last game of the series. Warlock up against Cloud9's Rogue.
Yeah, a good matchup for Rogue, for sure. But the problem for C9 is that they have to beat all of these decks with Rogue. They have to beat Warrior, they have to beat Hunter, they have to beat Druid, and they have to beat Warlock. They have to sweep with Rogue. And Rogue, I may be remembering this incorrectly, but Rogue has only taken more than 1 win once in the Trinity Series if it was left open. And that was by Team Liquid. They took 2 wins to close out a series. Every other time it's been left open, it's only taken 1, and then it's been beaten. So it has not been that successful, but to be fair, it has been banned a lot. So
that just means it's going to go on a run today, TJ. That the Rogue's going to win out, and Cloud9's going to make the comeback.
Yeah. That's a possibility. Rogue actually, it's kind of interesting. Rogue has some of the quickest games based off of average time and average turns in Hearthstone.
Oh, yeah, of course. It's really explosive. It's got a lot of ability to get out of the gate fast. It's got pirates to help stack the board. It's got fast win conditions through Edwin and Questing Adventure. The longer the game goes, usually the Rogue does not win. It used to be one of those cases where Rogue tries to like the longer you stall, like the more they assemble this unbeatable combo through Leroy Jenkins. It's not really the case anymore. They piece their damage together. It's a little bit dishonest to say that Rogue is a pure combo deck these days. It really isn't. It's more of just it definitely has its own specific archetype, but it's very tempo driven, and you really try to kill your opponent, and then you use Gadget and Auctioneer as a catch up mechanic or a way to cement your lead if you're like running low on ammo.
Rosen said it last week. He called Rogue the high roll deck.
Every pro calls every Hearthstone deck a high roll deck at this point. It's like, well, I'm just gonna play this deck and high roll it. So we'll see who ends up being able to capitalize on their good fortune, because you need a little bit more than luck.
Yeah, let's go listen to Cloud9 for these mulligans.
Death Raja for Nizov. Aya?
Aya, Swarmer, Huckster, have Journey from Below.
Mm-hmm. Is there Tomb Pillager?
Tomb Pillager, yes.
I'm in charge now.
They think we're a normal rogue with the swash.
Well, we got Darkshire Talisman's really good 3-drop against Reno.
Yeah, super good, right?
Just a basic miracle rogue. So Doomsayer, right?
Mm-hmm. It still can be a good rogue.
But why wouldn't that play it into the priest if it's a miracle?
Yeah, well, they won't have Coin Drake. They've had Drake every game so far.
I'm okay with Coin Drake. So,
What on earth are we looking at, DJ? Looks
I
like it's
have
a
no
N'Zoth
idea.
Road. It might be a Jade Rogue.
Could also be N'Zoth Reno.
Side effects? No.
Yeah, it's a possibility. I mean, N'Zoth Rogue is really, really, really good at killing control decks. It's actually kind of amazing. If you ever play like that Jade style, with the way it revives Jades, it's just unkillable. Because of how sticky it is. I guess it technically beats Druid because Druid has infinite, but like it does have stronger spikes in power because of how strong the N'Zoth is as an effect, because of all the Jade Swarmers and the Tomb Pillagers, and they have Zeril in Undercity Huckster.
If it's Reno, it also might have a chance against Warrior. A better chance against Warrior.
Yeah, I don't think it is Reno though, because there's too many important like 2-ofs in Rogue that you really need to double up on. We'll see though. Yeah, Tides is one of those deck builders that loves to do his own thing. Oh my god, it is Reno. A Reno N'Zoth Rogue.
Love it.
Wow, dude.
Coin Emperor. Hello.
Yeah, let's tune into Cloud9 and see how they're going to piece it together, because I want to see how this is going to work out.
Now we get it. Now Toxin, right? We could high roll a Toxin or we could SI.
SI allows a tray of Dagger and the 2/2 in.
Yeah.
And we would have 4 minions for MC Tech this kind of week. But it's pretty good against Abyssal since we have 4/4 and 1/5.
Mm-hmm.
What if we fail the Toxin? What's our backup? Like, what do we have to do?
we're not going to Zero.
Drake in our face. If we
There's no way.
Toxin.
I don't like the Zero.
I don't like the Zero either.
I think it's either Tomb Pillagers Swing with the Zerdrake or Mind Control SI Agent.
Okay, I like.
I'm a fan of the Tomb.
Do you think you're going to get MFT Tech value in this matchup?
No, but I think it's a great time to get the Tomb Pillager down. It's kind of hard to get out of your hand, and
Yeah.
I don't know. He's got AoE our board anyway, right?
Yep.
Yeah, this one's Abyss. Abyss one, Mortal Coil. Just take 2 weapons.
Oh, darn. Alright, well, we might. If we get the 3 damage Toxin, we're Gucci. Yes.
So many wonderful poisons.
Stealth. Question is, Huckster or Assassin? No, there's no lethal setup.
Besides, that's 4 health.
I like the Huckster a lot.
Because it's a slower card, right? You want to draw
Yeah.
to see what you get. You can ask that next turn.
And we have Reno, worst case
Or
scenario.
Demon Wrath.
Funnel cake.
No, well.
Alright.
So I think now they're starting to sense something's fishy. Zeril and Undercity Huckster, but it took them a while. Because right now, up until even, just the turn before, they thought this was regular Rogue with maybe a mission of mixtures to tech against aggro.
Yeah.
Does that change anything? the fact that this ends up being a Reno rune. We'll see. Well, with Undercity Hucksters can be pretty good.
Dope.
Ouch. Whew. Well, they got that Reno Jackson.
Yeah, it's probably going to be Reno SI.
Just want to see Naaman's reaction, although Naaman would probably be too tired.
Yeah. Naaman doesn't react too much anyway. Here we go. We got a smirk. We got a smirk.
Shakes his head, just like, what are we? What is going on here? You are getting memed, my friend.
Well, I think this is going to be a good alternative ever to Jiraxis.
Yeah, you get a clean board.
Yep.
And you get to hero power starting next turn. You have some removal. You don't have a lot of AoE though. That's the scary thing.
That's the one thing they got to be worried about. And N'Zoth is just 2 turns away. And N'Zoth is going to bring back Tomb Pillager, Undercity Huckster, Zero Poison Mine, lots of stuff to bring back. But let's go and listen into Virtus.Pro.
Think.
Can you say it again? You like Jiraxis and?
Play it.
Play Jiraxis. Yeah, and you just double trade.
No, just die right now.
And you just hope that from the 2 cards that they stole, it's not
It is.
sacrificial pact.
Do we need to stealth it?
Huh?
What if we? I think we just dagger poke and play small time Buccaneer, right?
Because you got 3-2 that way. But the problem is Siphon and Blast Crystal.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, you're probably right. Well, hopefully it works.
I have no idea.
So many options.
Isn't it only if it does damage?
Yeah, I think it's only if it does damage.
I think so. Rag on stealths, but
But this way, small time does 2 less damage though. Oh, we stealth both actually. Yeah, okay.
Gadget doesn't unstealth when it draws cards, so.
Actually, yeah, we could just stealth both. Have the best of both worlds.
Yeah.
Why not?
Who goes there?
Whoo! And that's interesting.
It's so good. Doomguard Shadow Step, that's 12 damage. We win unless we lose it, which is going to happen most of the time. 50%.
Oh no! We're gonna twist
well,
it.
That's good. That's
good.
N'Zoth.
Yeah.
Well, actually, that's fine. That's fine because
We have N'Zoth Shadow Step. Dude.
Yeah.
Well, me and Tides are looking at the small picture. We're a small picture kind of
We
players.
just won the game.
Okay. No twisting.
Well, they're having a lot of fun, and this deck looks like it's going to win at least this match.
Yeah, it looks a lot of fun to play.
Yeah.
Turns out it's not bad against Reno Lock, and we're saying how that this deck can be really explosive in the late stages of the game.
Shadowcaster.
Oh my god.
Oh man, they can N'Zoth and Shadow Step this turn.
I like it.
I think it's Tomb Pillager, Undercity Huckster, Zeril, Mistress of Mixtures.
Yeah, that's a pretty good pool to have of cards, and then you can Shadow Step, and then that will double up essentially.
Yeah. I mean, there's some like weird scenarios where you get like double Mistress of Mixtures.
I think they should trade the 1/2 in first.
I think they have enough room for everything. That's
Okay.
everything, yeah.
Okay. Yeah, you're right. You're right.
Another smirk from Naaman. What?
Yeah.
What can you do? I mean, that's pretty funny.
Yeah, it's just one of those things that you're not expecting, which is what this format should do. This format should encourage people to do this, but of course, I think people are just a little bit more afraid, and they just want to play the best decks currently. This is why people love watching Tides of Time play, because he's willing to do crazy stuff like this, and guys like Firebat can't stop him.
Yeah. Well, they can stay alive, I think, if they hit into the 3-2, Shadow Bolt to 5-4. They go down to 11.
Probably 6-4.
Oh, Shadow Bolt to 6-4. They go down to 11, and then they can just trade off the mistresses or trade off one mistress.
Yeah, so yeah, that's right. Take the 3-2 damage willingly. Traded one, or I guess the Mistress here. Take some of the value trades. You're not too far behind, but then the second is going to be.
That's where they
pretty
get
hard.
you.
Yeah.
I don't know why they didn't trade into Zero there.
Kazam. Oh my goodness.
Let's go and listen in to Cloud9, see how they plan on closing out this game.
We could Shadowcast her.
Deadly poison.
We could Shadowcast her if you're lethal, right? It'd be 5, 7, 8. Yes. What?
If you Shadowcast her to 0, do you have mana?
If you Shadowcast her to 0, oh yeah, it only costs 1 to play it again.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think we go for it.
Yeah, why not?
Is that
right?
better? Whatever.
We could just clear his board and play
You just
Zoth.
clear a thing and play Zoth, exactly.
Yeah.
Do you want to just clear your board and play Nazoth then?
That seems way better since it doesn't have AoE.
Okay.
He might be holding his AoE because he knows we have a Nazoth.
Oh, you're right.
Like, if I knew my opponent had a Nazoth, I probably wouldn't play my AoE.
Someone do it. Something. Do it now.
Choose soon.
Get him.
I like to have balls.
All right.
The shadow.
Easy lethal. It's only like it's a 1 out of 5. Is that lethal? Yeah, there you go.
Is that enough?
It's like a 2 out of 5, right? How many toxins are there? There's at least
That was 3 damage. This one's a 1 off. Is that 1 off? Or did you need?
It's 1 over. We needed 1.
All you need is 1 damage. Okay.
So 2 toxins kill him. I have no idea actually how many toxins there are.
There's 5.
There's 5.
I thought there was 5. Yeah. So 2 out of 5 work.
The reason I like that is because even if we fail, there's not like 100% chance he 2-turns us.
Yeah.
All right, so Cloud9 stays alive with Reno Nazoth Rogue.
It's got a 100% win right now in Trinity
What
Series.
a time to be alive.
Yeah. That was exciting. The question is, how well will it stand up against Pirate Warrior? How well will it stand up against Hunter? How well will it stand up against Jade Druid? Find out next time.
Are we going to break?
Nope.
Oh, okay.
Just next game.
Should we find out now? Find out today.
That's actually a great idea.
Should say find out today. Did you watch any Dragon Ball Z growing up? They always say find out today.
I wasn't allowed to watch shows with violence. I wasn't allowed to go outside either.
Explains a lot. Were you homeschooled?
Nope, I wasn't allowed to learn.
You weren't allowed to learn.
Nope.
Gotcha. All right, well, we have Hunter and Warrior as the 2 big picks here. I'm thinking the Warrior is a good pick. Just wrap it up here. And Dr. Hippie's kind of been on the sidelines for a while. Remember, Mage was like the first deck he played, and now he's just chilling. It's another really long series, guys. Thanks to everyone who's tuned in and watched the entire time. This is on like hour 8 or something like that.
6.
You sure?
We're almost to, 6 hours and 45 minutes. 6 hours and 45 minutes it's been so far.
So we're on hour 7. So we're almost on hour 8.
Yeah. Yeah, but it's been fun. We've had some fun today here at the Trinity Series and in week number 5.
Yeah.
We're starting to get towards the end. We're getting towards that LAN finals, that live finals, which will happen in March. Top 4 teams move on to that sucker.
Yep, March 16th to 18th, 150,000 grand finals. So make sure to check it out. It's going to be good.
Yep.
We're clearly running out of things to say here.
Yeah. How about the weather?
You excited? You excited for ACT this weekend, TJ?
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, man. All right, so I gotta say though, bringing Reno Rogue is really cool. A lot of the reason why it's not viable in the metagame is because of the pirate package. I've tried playing N'Zoth Jade Rogue for a while. I actually thought that it was a pretty good deck, but when pirates started to become solidified, it definitely phased out.
Yeah.
Now if pirates cycle out, I wonder if Jade Rogue will become a thing, because Jade Shaman is a thing, Jade Druid is a thing, and the last class of the Jade tri-class of Michi Takajistan was Rogue. And Rogue got less classes, but they have a lot more Shadow Step opportunities. And it allows them to really capitalize on things that they have. Unearthed Raptor, which is going to rotate out, but, you know, a few other cards.
Bummer. What is this? Okay, it's just Kun Cthulhu. Whew.
Oh, interesting.
I was expecting Warrior, and I saw a Cold Light Oracle, and then I was like, wait, swipe. My brain stopped functioning. But it looks like it's Coon Cthulhu for them.
Cocoon.
Cocoon.
Like Cocoon, like the stage before it evolves to a butterfly.
Mm-hmm.
You're making it sound like there's some weird foreign word. It's just Cocoon.
I actually just stuttered when I tried to say Cocoon.
Okay.
And now you're making fun of me. And, I'm really
It's
sad.
interesting you chose to be a caster.
Hearthstone.
TJ, don't go down this path. You do not have a stutter.
Side effects.
All right. Mistress of Mixtures
Trust me.
coming out here. So they had a really good opening hand against Pirate Warrior. Look at this. If they played this against Pirate Warrior, they would have actually had a chance to stabilize.
It's because I wasn't allowed to have a stutter when I was a kid.
Toad, TJ, tell me. I'm telling you, dude, drop it. Quit while you're ahead. You got the laugh. Move on.
Did we talk about this before? I won't let it go until...
There's a new job listing for a new caster at the Trinity Series for weeks 6 and 7. If you're interested, please email.
All right, well, I get reprimanded. Let's go ahead and listen to Cloud9.
At ESLgaming.com.
Wait, when you
double eye.
I saw
Oh my god, you're such a god at this
And
deck.
then we go Tomb Pillar into Aya into Aya.
Eye into eye with the coin from Tomb Pillager. Oh my god! And just wearing it's invisible.
That's not okay.
Okay, this deck is really good.
I mean, it
What
still
if-
does the rogue high roll things.
I like how we're playing every turn 1 second too. Just high rolling the shit out of them.
Well, I mean, it's like Druid. It's very straightforward. It's like Old Druid. Old Druid's a lot more straightforward than New Druid because you have the whole auctioneer. Nourish.
Wow, if you win this clan war because of this deck, Sweeper, I'm gonna say you're a god. That's not a bad card either. That's good.
That's pretty
It's
good.
so easy to combo with Aya, right? It's 1 mana.
Yeah.
We just Drake. Hope we get an innervate.
Coin.
Yep.
I like
it.
that. Coin Aya into Aya? This is GG.
GG.
Should we put one on the left?
Nah. Let's tilt them.
Misplay. Oh, you would tilt them next turn, though.
Either way, it's pretty tilting.
That's actually pretty absurd, this curve here for Cloud9. I mean, they're going to win the game in a few turns if Virtus.Pro doesn't find a way to answer this.
Yeah, you know, I actually kind of wonder if they should have played Mire Cube the previous turn and really ramp. Hard to say because they don't know that their opponent's going to coin Aya. But at the same time, you have to kind of wonder, like, if they have such an immense amount of power out, Azrake's not really that strong. We'll see, though. They still have Bran and Disciple of Cthulhu, so they have other ways to remove the board if it gets too big.
Yeah. Well,
Man,
they can actually
the
Shadowcaster
Shadowcaster.
and then play Mark of the Lotus, and then that makes their trades easier. They can go wide on the board. But then they're vulnerable to like Disciple of Cthulhu, and that kind of punishes them a little bit. But they push damage. They push 5 damage this turn. And they also have an Edwin. So next turn they could Blackball and Edwin. Oh, man. Because Edwin would cost 1 mana.
This deck has so much jank. But it's working.
Lots of jank in the tank.
The shadows
Yep.
beckon.
Let's go for it. Mark of the Lotus it is. Let's start pushing some damage. Oh, I forgot the Shadow Crusher. They also get a 5/5. That's absurd.
They have lethal set up for the next turn.
Yep.
And they have Disciple of Cthulhu and...
That's game. They have to find something with Cold Light Oracle. Lunar Vision's not it. Disciple of Cthulhu not it. All right. Well, Cloud9, another win in the books. 5-4 now.
I gotta say, man, it's refreshing to have Tides around. As much as it always seems like he's a little bit of the black sheep of the family, it's very refreshing. Gotta say, I thought this deck would win 0 games, but it's very encouraging to see that even in this late into the tournament meta that someone can bring something really unique like that.
Yeah, these guys are sort of floating at the bottom of the standing, so it is, more beneficial for them to take risks, I think. But there it is, that lonely rogue left for Cloud9. Can they win 2 more games with it to take the series?
Yeah, StrifeCro said, if you win, I'll call you a god. Tides of Time, the god. If he could beat Hunter and Warrior, though, seriously, that'd be... I mean, Hunter is really hard because you're so slow, so it naturally wears you down with hero power, but maybe he's just going to get the Reno. Or maybe he's going to be able to have that early game curve like he did against the Druid.
Why wouldn't they pick Warrior here? Is it Control Warrior?
If it's Control Warrior, they're actually in trouble.
They are. They're in trouble.
Wow, what a way to go that would be.
Just 4-0 to end the series with Jade, N'Zoth, Reno Rogue.
Yeah,
it's not Jade. It's not Jade. Don't want to say that because...
no, it's got Jade elements in it. It's got Eye of Black Paw. It's definitely got a Jade Swarmer. And it has to have, like, the Jade Shuriken, where it just, like, spawns a Jade off a combo. It's got to have it.
Gotta have it.
Yeah.
But, go ahead and tweet at us some of your favorite moments from Trinity Series if you guys enjoy this Rogue deck or if you think it's not fun to watch.
I think it's fun. You don't think it's fun?
Well, I'm asking people at home. Tweet at ESL Hearthstone using the hashtag Trinity Series. Or if you think it's actually really fun. You didn't let me finish the sentence. If you're like Dan and you love it.
Well, you gave a really long pause and you said, or not fun.
Yeah.
So I assumed that you thought it wasn't fun yourself. But I think the deck's really fun.
Nope. I think it's definitely fun to watch. It's refreshing to watch.
Agreed.
But, one thing is for certain, it's cool to see fun decks win, but sometimes in a weird way, it's also fun to just see meta decks beat the crap out of people that try and be creative.
What? Really?
In a weird way, yeah. You never had that feeling?
You're a bully, dude.
I'm not the one doing it. I'm just watching. I'm just a bystander.
That's even worse.
No,
That's
no,
illegal
no.
in some countries, Yeah. It's like in Germany.
To
when I
watch
lived
someone
in Germany,
beat someone with Pirate Warrior? That's illegal?
No, watching someone get assault or something, or like I don't know the actual laws, but in some countries you can't just like
beating someone in Hearthstone's assault now.
You can't ignore somebody. You have to help them.
Oh, okay. I see what you mean. I thought the analogy was still about Hearthstone, so that's why I got confused. That's a decent opening hand.
For
Virtus.Pro, yeah. But Cloud9 has Reno, so that can make things...
The thing is,
really
Rogue
weird.
doesn't have good AoE, so if the Pirate Warrior can get off to a fast start utilizing the weapons and like picking apart early game board, then it doesn't matter if they have Reno. They're still going to be like 15 power or more.
Yeah.
Yeah, with Frothing Berserker potentially in the mix here.
I think Virtus.Pro's plan here has to be to try and kill before turn 6 comes for Reno. But it looks like they want to hold on to Frothing Berserker here.
Yeah.
I don't know if, or hold on to coin for Frothing Berserker. I don't know if the Small Tent Buccaneer is going to see play for a while then, but let's go and listen to Virtus.Pro and see their plan.
I think you still want to coin burst.
Probably coin Berserker.
Don't hit.
I don't think you hit now.
Oh.
I'll take it.
Yeah, it's a Rogue Strike now.
Oh yeah, he already used coin, so he can't play Corcoran. Wow, this might be the best roll. This may be better than Shadow Strike.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because this is actually likely going on. If he Heroic Strikes here,
He doesn't.
that's actually still better than Shadow Strike, right? Because he still doesn't burn the Heroic Strike.
Ooh, he's playing
That's so
something.
good. Wow.
It's picked up the Rogue Strike.
What is that?
Oh, is there anything else that clears?
Deckhand.
Oh, deckhand would be worse for you by a lot, right?
Oh, deckhand plus upgrade. He needs that. Or double deckhand.
We need to. What do you
Well, you
guys think?
definitely heroic strike and kill it.
Definitely Heroic Strike and kill it. Just a question about upgrade or Buccaneer. If they play the Pillager, Then the Buccaneer is better. Yeah, so I guess it's Buccaneer.
That's sweet that he thought about that. Alright, so this is a pretty sketch scenario. I think we have to Tomb Pillager.
The coin too. Yeah, because it's gonna buff his frogging to 7, right?
He's gonna trade in the pirate in his face and double buff his frothing up.
So you're not really saving yourself any damage. But what else do you do?
Yeah.
Jade Shuriken?
This was like worst case scenario.
Get the coin.
Fan into deadly poison? I don't know.
A fan you just lose if you miss. That's the thing. Like Tomb Pillager.
Yeah. We're gonna hope we top deck Viscerate or Shadow Strike.
Okay.
Or even SI Agent. Because we need to clear that before we know.
Backstab would be good.
Wow. Well, I don't even know if Reno's going to be enough in this game. Cloud9 is going to take a beating.
What now?
Let's see. Fraud Berserker's got a ton of value. I'd be surprised if they went with Cultist instead. But it looks like they're going for it. Okay, there you go. You just saw that they couldn't deal with Fraud Berserker the past couple turns, so might as well. I guess they're thinking about, well, what happens if we don't get a pirate? But this is so much damage.
Well, they have a way to deal with it, but it's going to buff the other Frothy Berserker.
Yeah. I mean, their deck has so little hard removal. It's got Eviscerate and Shadow Strike, and you hear them talking about it. Fan Jade Shuriken. They can hit Fan Jade Shuriken, but that would mean you get, what, 3-4 buffs on the other one? That's very, very risky. And so it looks like they're going to just play out the Emperor, see if they can make something happen. I don't think they died anything.
Well, they have Reno and the Jade Shuriken for next turn to help combo it, but hopefully they're hoping that Emperor tanks one of these hits. It doesn't have to, though. You can just use Mortal Strike and your weapon.
Yeah, Mortal Strike and the weapon, and then each one gets buffed by 2. So you're looking at 15 damage. That's a lot of post-Reno damage, Dan.
Yeah, I was actually talking about exactly that. Just having like 15 damage post-Reno.
This might be looking like the end for Cloud9. They're going to have to find that removal and piece it together with Reno Jackson. Since Reno Jackson is slated for next turn.
Oh, they're just going to go all face?
That does not seem like the right call.
Leroy is 6.
They can use Leroy to trade. I still don't think that's the right call.
Maybe Leroy to trade, you're saying? Oh, boy.
All right. Well, this is more power on the board for Reno, but let's listen into Cloud9.
Okay. Well, we can kill one.
You can't attack first, huh?
Yeah, unfortunately.
Yeah. Kill 10-4?
Yep.
Yeah, there's no reason to kill 8-4 or 10-4.
Now we're hoping for Shadowcaster or Shadow Step, because he's probably not going to remove the Reno.
Yeah, I don't think so.
Yeah. You Shadow Step that bad boy, heal again. Piece of cake, make a pretty cake.
And we can we Phantom Knife Shadow Step? That'd be 4 mana, 6. Yes. So we can even Phantom Knives in the Shadow Step.
What if we die this turn again? No.
He needs Rogue Strike, Core Prime.
I mean, he didn't kill us last time.
Alright, get a weapon with Malkrock that says your hero is immune on their turn.
On their turn?
The Reverse Gladiator's Longbow.
Yeah.
Enchanted Gladiator's Longbow.
That'd be OP. You can't die unless they have weapon removal. Like, it'd be so busted.
Maybe Blizzard already implemented the game and it bugs out and Malkrock spawns it, you know?
It means every deck would have to run like double Ooze Harrison.
Is that the only heal he runs?
No, he runs more heal.
It's getting down to 15. We need more parity, and I think, we need to trade with Rena. I am the
I will try this Reyna.
Yeah, just Alchemist Reaper and just go freeze, yeah.
It's scare Shadow Step. He might be right, but you know.
Well, let's look for Infested Tauren, yeah?
First, before Malkrock, you might as well. Unless you're playing Fan. But you might as well play during below. No, you have to race with Malkrock. Fan,
Yeah,
what are you
yeah.
gonna get?
I can get Infested Tauren, man.
What do you want?
Lotus Agent as well. Of course, we're looking for.
But you can't go Fan Ice just for Lotus Agent. It's not good.
Well, Malkarak face, let's get it.
I'm just
Which one
thinking
you
if we need the Jade's Farmer for any combo cards. Otherwise, it's just Tomb Pillager.
Mm-hmm. Jared Storm is really slow. It like literally does nothing.
Mm-hmm.
But then Tomb Pillager, you're likely. I mean, it still helps you race him. Like, imagine he doesn't kill you next turn, and you have the Tomb Pillager play, and then you have another turn. You might as well take that one. I think. 3-2.
Not great.
Not great. No.
I think he has like upgrade Mortal Strike.
Eight
Lethal next
more
turn.
damage to kill him. Can we do 8 damage? No, right?
Toxin, Phantom Knives, Eviscerate. That's 7 only.
I don't know about that one, Dan.
You're talking about the trade, right?
Yeah.
I was hoping for like some kind of curse plate shenanigans. Yeah, I'm in the same camp, man. I'm not sure about those trades. That Virtus.Pro, you can see Dr. Hippie disapproves of it the entire time. He says, I don't think so. I think if they beat us with Shadow Step or Shadowcaster, you got us. I can kind of see where they're going with it, but yeah, I'm still. You just gave up 12 damage. He should be dead. This series should be over.
Yeah.
We should be kicking it at the hotel by now, TJ.
Imagine, like, Shadowcaster's really the only thing that, like, 100% beats them. Because even if they Shadow Step, it means that the Falling Berserker's left on board. They can't Shadow Step and trade in the Falling Berserker. That's 12 damage. They would have just killed with Mortal Strike the following turn. Now they're in a situation where they got to pick up damage. There's 11, 12.
They can pick up a second Mortal Strike.
15.
They just need any damage for 4 men or under, and they're there.
They're dead. They're forced to Mortal Strike the Tomb Pillager.
Well, assuming they don't draw damage.
Assuming they don't draw damage.
They just need three damage, I think.
3 damage.
So a lot of things settle at Bash. Mortal Strike number 2, Heroic Strike.
Choose soon.
Corcoran Elites. There's a lot of duds too. All the South Sea Captain shenanigans, any kind of Dread Corsair, any Bloodsail Corsair, another Cultist. Even South Sea Depth Can's not enough. Sir Finley wouldn't be enough. Oh my goodness. 6, 12, 15. Yeah, they need a Mortal Strike. Would you?
They have to. There's no choice. They're dead. They have to Mortal Strike, hit face, and again, hope they draw damage. This time it's going to be 4 damage that they're going to need.
Yeah, so Corcoran.
Corcoran, Heroic Strike, second Mortal Strike. They're out of Leroy, so now their outs are very limited. They're thinking about playing the Bloodsoul Cultist over Arming Up, but...
Can't believe this is still a game.
Yikes. Oh, well, let's listen to Cloud9 and, see what they're coming up with.
I think it's sprint every time.
I think so, because you're 2-turning him regardless, right?
Yeah, you're 2-turning regardless.
6,
yeah,
7,
I guess we
8,
should have
10.
swung. Well, no, because even if we hit
No,
this,
it wouldn't have mattered. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it wouldn't have mattered.
All right,
Do you fan here instead?
Yeah, Deadly
No, because it's only
card.
Lotus Agent, and then you have to hit. I can't think of anything. There's no heals for
And it's not guaranteed that you win next turn. What if it's just better to play in Azoth or something? What are you drawing into?
Deadly Abyss.
Okay, draw. If you can kill him, you should do it. If there's any percentage you can kill him this turn.
Oh, we got 1.
Yeah.
Edwin.
Hit. Damn.
Do you not attack again? No. You have to.
No, you have to just dunk.
You're gonna lose Mortal anyways. Mortal Strike anyways.
Yeah, exactly. so close.
Please, one
so
time, one
damage
time,
off.
one time.
Yeah.
Come on.
But even if we didn't swing,
God, we're so bad. Or I am so bad. I'm so tired. I'm really sorry, guys. I'm really, really sorry.
Hey, Bunny, you're gonna be giving the interview.
I was really bad today.
Hippie doesn't want to give it. Hippie don't want to give the interview.
I can do intro.
Okay, yeah, do the interview. Thanks a lot for the game series, Gonna, yeah.
Oh, what ended that series, man?
That one came down to the wire. I don't know what the discussion was. We came in kind of late to the discussion about the trade, but you could hear Bunny Hopper saying, you know, like apologizing, saying that, you know, oh, I'm so bad. Maybe he misread the situation or something along those lines. But I feel like that match was a lot tougher than it should have been. But, you know, Virtus.Pro takes it. They keep their hopes alive. Their playoff hopes alive. Priest doing a lot of work for them today, as you can see on the screen, as well as Warlock. Didn't even get to see the Hunter, so we don't even know what they had in store for us with the Hunter deck.
Maybe it's Arena N'Zoth Hunter.
Yeah.
Would have been sick.
Mm-hmm.
Shout out to Cloud9. Big shout out to Tides of Time for bringing something unique and really keeping it fun. You can see that despite Cloud9 looking at really immeasurable odds, they were still having fun to a large extent. It just felt like, you know, they were hanging out, chilling, just playing goofy decks.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and you know that's kind of the spirit of things here at the Trinity Series, hanging around doing goofy things. That's what Dan and I do all day, and that's what we hope the players do as well.
Yep.
You know, get some the competitiveness out of the way as well. You know, we really like to see competitive decks that are a little bit off the wall. So let's go and take a look at the standings after week number 5, and lots of teams tied for 3 and 2. Virtus.Pro and Alliance down there at 2 and 3, and Cloud9. Their hopes of making it to the playoffs are very, very, very slim, almost non-existent. There's only one outcome of the results that's even a possibility of them making it to the playoff stage. So
yeah, their saving grace is that they have a really good game score. So they require both of the 2-3 teams to lose, and they require they have to win every single one, and then they require one of the 3-2 teams to lose 2 in a row. Which is definitely possible. I mean, a couple of those 3-2 teams will end up matching up against each other and losing, but we'll see what ends up happening. So it's possible that Virtus.Pro and Cloud9 still make the playoffs.
Yeah, but we do have a winner interview with a player from Virtus.Pro. It's Bunny Hopper. Hey, man, how's it going?
It's all right. I'm insanely tired, and I mean, so are Nyman and Hippie. I think for Nyman it's like 6:30 in the morning right now. And for Hippie, it's like 4:30 or something, or 4 o'clock. So we were all really tired, and I think we didn't play the series as well as we could have.
Yeah, the play at the end there, notably, you know, the trade into the Reno Jackson, you know, I feel like there was some merit to it with Shadow Step and Shadow Cast and things like that. But walk us through your mindset behind that play.
Yeah, it was basically we're thinking, how much heal does he have, and can we. Like, do we usually beat him if he does not get to play another Reno? So we thought we can, like, with the Arcanite Reaper top deck, we felt like we could put enough damage on before he kills us. Yeah.
Well, I mean, it worked out. You guys pieced it together and got enough damage, so in the end it worked out. Another question for you guys seem to be cleaning up communication over the course of the weeks, and I heard Dr. Hippie mention today, well, you're the pilot, so go for it. Have you talked about communication at all and made a different plan since the beginning weeks?
We haven't really talked about it that explicitly. Just, I mean, this week's been really bad because everybody's, like, already came into it disfocused, and then I think we need to... When we're all not that focused overall, the ideas just kind of swirl around rather than have like a conclusive plan. So this week wasn't optimal, but in general, is like I said, people just try to put out their suggestions, and yeah, maybe we need to. I think what we'll do for the next week is to work a bit more on like. How we break ties when 2 people have ideas and the pilot just kind of has to decide what to do. We'll have to talk a bit more. So I think there's some room more for improvement for the next week.
Yeah, I think you guys have definitely improved over the course of the last couple weeks, so look forward to seeing that. But last question for you, since you're tired, and I want to keep it a little bit short. Now the standings are incredibly close. The first place is all tied for 3-2, and now you guys are 2-3, so your playoff hopes are live. How do you feel moving into the last couple weeks about your chances to make it to the live finals?
After last week was a bit devastating, but I think now it's fine. I think we, since it's so close at the top and no team is basically pulled away, it's mostly just going to be. We'll just have to win our last two matches, and they'll be really hard, since we have to face two teams that are at the very top. But I think we can do it if we just improve our communication a bit. I think we can do it to make it to the playoffs.
All right, man. Well, good luck. Good luck in your matchups next week. Thanks for joining us.
Thank you.
Standings are close, Dan, but I think it was a fun day of matches day. It was long.
It was very long.
It was grueling. We had
it was very grueling.
We had to do a lot of math, but it was a fun day. Let's go and take a look at the schedule to see